So,
welcome back,
It'd be nice to have an
everyone, to the
OnlyFans to be
25th episode of Unravel. And all of you are speaking sinfully, as always.
yes, rawr.
We're talking about
Today,
socks and OnlyFans.
we have
What's sinful about that?
a few
The
things to
OnlyFans
go
part.
over before opening the episode proper. Bree's still gone, because or is gone now because Sky's on vacation, and will be for the next
20 years.
next week. Well, she'll be gone as well. Besides that, soon for a 4-week period, Angie will be streaming separately from the rest of the group, meaning there will be an additional stream that contains her and possibly some other characters, but not with the main party on Saturday evenings. Those things aside, let's hop right into the game. So, oh boy, Chloe's missing, but that's fine.
You're gone, bitch!
Oh, still there. Okay.
I was getting something to drink. I'm waiting for coffee.
Alright. After the Big Five had found a fortress in the Wildlands, you guys fought some ghosts there that spoke in an ancient language that many of you did not understand, although Zira managed to pick up a word here or there. A few items were recovered, along with a log written in the same mysterious language, which yet has to be deciphered, decoded?
Well, we know which language it is, at least.
Yes. On your way, continuing to the Watchers, you encountered a werebear instructor and his pupil, who led you safely through the forests that were inhabited by one of the Swashta tribes. You eventually also encountered a track of some type of ooze or a big snail that you did not choose to follow.
Sadly enough.
But in the end, you managed to find the Watcher's headquarters. A massive stone statue that presumably can walk, as it's been mentioned before that the headquarters of the Watchers moves itself. There you met the head of the protection division. If I'm not mistaken, it's Allison. She brought you to Ser Foucher, who looked to be a little worse for wear. You know, showing some serious signs of an infection left to him, according, to him, by the person who stole the crown in the first place. But because of circumstances, you did no longer recall any information about this individual that could possibly help him in fixing his current problem. Although Zira pushed the
Managed to
idea
get
of
his blood.
possibly trying to make an antidote by reverse engineering this poison. So you eventually managed to get a little bit of his blood, with which you can work, as well as Bree and Angie came to the decision who they would seek out to try and bestow the crown of Genova on, who would then become the rightful ruler of that country. You decided to not go for any of the nobles that currently reign there, nor for the bastard child the previous king possibly had fathered in the fire elemental plane, because you found it too difficult to find her, and her possible connection, if she was still around, would be too faint that you could properly rule a country. So what you decided on was to go and find Prince Dastian, the legitimately born son of the king, who had vacated his position many years ago when he was around 12 years old, and disappeared somewhere onto the open ocean, presumably somewhere in the lawless archipelago.
I'm in mood.
That is a mood.
With these ideas in mind, you decided that you would not stay with the Watchers, who were going to move a week from now to go to Barbadoof. You decided after a night's rest that you yourself would travel there, stock up on some supplies before then continuing on. That being said, you get it right here. That's just the wrong chat. That's not the music chat at all. There we go. Alright, how about you be quiet? Alright. The following morning, you all wake up, and by one of the Watchers are summoned to the war room to once again meet with Ser Foucher. But until the time is there, you can choose whatever you want to do. He's just invited you there. Currently, you guys reside in the torso area, in the torso of this massive stone giant, where there's a number of rather small rooms. The Watchers aren't a big organization. They seem to number between the 20 and 40-ish members, depending on how many are out and about and currently here. You've seen about 20 right here, mostly rather heavily armed individuals.
One question.
Yes, because you were not here.
Somebody was poisoned, you said.
That is correct.
Have we... because, I wasn't there then. Anyone tried protection against poison?
He has mentioned that various levels of relatively high magics against protections from poisons, as well as restoration spells, have been attempted, but have been unsuccessful.
Right, that's important to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
why-
that whomever was playing George at the time did mention possibly restorating.
They did mention that, yeah.
That's why I pushed to get his blood so I could reverse engineer an antidote.
Exactly.
I'm just checking. They've always...
Not reverse. You're just engineering an antidote. Reverse engineering would be having an antidote and then figuring out how to make it.
Valid, okay. I'm just engineering it.
Yeah.
First I gotta dilute the poison from that way dark, way too not blood-looking blood.
Yep.
Also,
Demon Acre, oh shit.
how many days have passed for the casting of our Google spell?
I think it's
We
been
did
mentioned
keep
that it
a
was
track of it,
done.
I think.
It is currently the 25th. You arrived at the Watchers on the 24th of the 9th month. It's currently the 25th, which I'm not exactly sure if that means that you would have to gentle repose right now. If not, it's been I'm pretty sure it's been mentioned in the last game, because you guys traveled for about 14 days, 15 days. And it's been done in that time at one point.
Well, it would be more fun if we just forgot and then just opened the hole and just was like, shit.
Just a skeleton. We can say
But
this guy's here.
It's like, shit.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know the exact days of it or whatever.
Casually dump out body.
Well,
No, she walked out of here.
I mean, no, because when we were traveling, you said it
Jillian
would be.
died on the 6th of the 9th month. It is currently the 25th. Which means it's each 10 days, right?
Yeah, so it should have been cast.
1, 2, 3,
And it was
I mean-
cast.
5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, fuck. Let's see, that means that it's been cast on, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It would be cast on the 15th, and then once again has to be cast today on the 25th. Because I'm assuming that the day that it got cast, even though it was cast later in the evening, I'm assuming that day counts as one of those 10. I guess you would have till late
Sure.
in the evening on this day.
I mean, you
We'll
told
say cast
you
it
you,
now.
you did say that from like around this day he would cast it.
Yeah, but because we were doing long distance travel at that point, it was easy enough to just mention that it is done.
Okay.
You are not yet forgetting.
All right. So what will be the next date? Will be the
Every month is 31 days. So if you're casting on the 25th, the 25th counts as the first of those 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Would be the third of the 10th month, which is in 10 days from now, 9 days from now. And then the 3rd and the 13th, 23rd, and then on and on. Until you guys eventually become high enough level to the point that George can cast a high enough resurrection spell.
It'll take some time.
But the 5 of you at the moment are still residing within this chamber. You have been called to the war room. Whether or not you want to make your way there immediately after waking up is up to you.
How's everyone doing? I'm a bit.
It's way too early in the morning for a war room.
Everything is very vague for me for the past few days. They just went by like. I remember things here and there, but.
You were a little out of it, but it went well. Travel and stuff. The poison business is a bit sad. I don't know what we can do about it.
Well, if I can't help it, I can't help it. Maybe Zera will have more success. Then again, if your hands are in, if your life is dependent on a 3-year-old kobold.
That's. I don't believe that's like. You should be
I'm
happy
not sure
about
how
that.
I'm not sure how comfortable he was with. It's good. It's good. I have full faith in you, but I understand if I was in his shoes, I
Well,
probably
he
go
was
look
not-
elsewhere.
he was not comfortable giving us blood, so
No, I imagine that makes a lot of sense, really.
Just love if your hands is in if your life is in the hands of a 3-year-old Cobra. Cue to manic laughter behind the alchemy supplies. I'm gonna.
Drops under the bottle. Shit.
I'm
Explosion.
gonna achieve death.
But George, are you alright? You say you did seem out of it, so.
Well, it's just, a lot of responsibility those last few days. It's not for me, I'm not made for it. I want to go
Anyways.
travel.
We were thinking about getting some supplies in Barbadoof and then heading out. You know what we're doing, right? Or did you forget that too?
I have a vague idea, but, are we immediately pursuing that? Are we...
To Barbadoof or to the Lawless Archipelago?
Well, we're going to Barbadoof either way, right?
Well, yeah. It might be nice to see the city and get some supplies. We could call upon the... What was it again? Dwarf? No. The one that
Thunder?
walks around with the bag.
Thorben Thunderbolt.
Yeah, well, yeah, Thorben.
That's what
But
I said.
You also called upon him not too long ago, and you basically bought all of his stock.
Yeah. So
Honestly, I have no clue what exactly your plans were in Barbados. I have plans. I always have plans in cities.
well,
You
not
know.
to stay there very long. We're basically going there and then back downwards. Wait, I can show you. I roll out the map. And
Yeah, you have a
show-
copy of the map of the wildlands, part of the Howling Wastes, and then the Realm of Elements. And you
Yeah.
have currently charted a course to Jatka, which is the water elemental town.
So if we cross this river, plain here, and do this, and then cross into there, we should be able to make it to Jatka. Didn't you talk? Didn't someone talk about some other place in the old lands?
I mean, yes, that's one of my childhood heroes went there. Never came back. Allegedly. He doesn't have to go now. I mean, old lands sound dangerous. I mean, if he didn't return, I would want to be a little more prepared going there.
You did look excited to go there.
Of course, I'm excited. I mean, if there is a place I would never have returned from, that's one of the places. I mean, I'd go down a legend like him. But first, you have to become a legend before you can go down.
Well, that's yeah.
But if we're going to the Lawless archipelago, do we know where exactly we're going, or are we just going there and then we're finding that person?
No, not really.
Because we do get really Do we have like a map of this of the?
The Lawless Archipelago, you do not.
No.
I don't recall fully, but stories say that far out in the sea and the ocean, if I recall close to it, there's also this island. It's just
An island?
What kind of island?
it's quite it's Dunjaga.
What now?
Dunjaga.
Doesn't.
I know
ring a
very
bell
little
to
of
me.
it, but I know of its Jetsuan weapons that I'm very excited to get my hands on one of those. If we get close to that, I don't know if that's a place anyone really sails to. I've no clue if it really even exists. But I think I've seen a
Well,
weapon of it, so it must.
We do. I mean, if you're not sure it exists, it sounds all the better to me.
Well, we can ask around. Imagine there's some pirates there who know a thing or two or have a story for us. I would love to hear them, at least.
You never know what you can find. Stories often tell a whole lot of truth. If you just
never know
search in
what
the
you
right
can
place.
get.
Anyways, all right, we were called into the war room. You want to go
Right.
there right now? Just
I mean, I'm up. And
we
you
can talk
said
about this more.
Walk in the room with the bread roll, and then suddenly everyone looks at my bed like, what? And that's just a pillow where my body was seemingly to be laying. I got myself a snack.
Are you ready to go to the war room?
Yeah, they asked for. Where did you get them?
I don't know, I was hungry, so... And you were all sleeping, so I put the pillow in my bed and went away. I was looking for food, and I found this! And it's just a bread roll.
Right.
Well, and hope you enjoy it.
Suppose we go to the war room.
Yeah, let's go. That must have important information for us. Or information. I
I
don't know
hope
if
it's not about
important.
war.
Oh, that's a room for war.
I don't like it.
The
If I
map
ever-
on there was beautiful and useful.
If
But
I
don't-
ever have a house, I want a peace room in my house.
I mean, yes, that does sound like you.
It's like a.
It's like a war room, except it's the opposite.
But
Well,
What
peace
will
rooms
you-
exist.
discuss.
What?
How to? I don't know.
Make peace?
Yes.
Isn't that the same thing as war room?
No, you just don't discuss anything in a peace room. In a peace room, you just sit down and enjoy the silence.
And drink tea.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds like a
that's...
boring ass room.
What do you
No
mean? What do you
adventure.
know about fun?
But
I
But-
know.
I need a
I know
room
a
in
lot
my
of fun.
house where George can have peace.
I mean,
George
that's,
being your- well, never mind.
Let's just go.
I
So
have
he
peace
doesn't
in
know
my
about.
forge.
So he won't know what's happened in the rest of the rooms in my house.
War room.
You guys make your way
Yes.
up the spiral staircase through the neck of the giant, eventually making your way to the war room, where it is currently lit by a couple of ever-burning torches. Surfisher is sitting at the head of it, currently in conversation with Allison. He is, rather than his simple gambeson and chainmail that he was dressed in the day previous, is now wearing, apart from his helmet, which is laid on the table, his full set of armor, which seems to be this very ornate looking set, probably very expensive. As you all enter, he kind of waves you all over to come and sit down. And he goes, I hope that your night's rest was sufficient for your plans, because if I'm not mistaken, I heard you were planning on leaving us already. Which
Well,
is
I hope-
more than fine.
Kind of, yes.
I mean, it's no use hanging around here. We have such an important task
The task is
and
important.
things.
It's because of
Especially
that I have a favor to ask, not from any of you. Surfisher just mentioned that he is going to be asking a favor, although not from you, not again. Is Angie good?
I mean, she's doing the thing you do a lot.
God, that sucks. It sucks a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Surfisher raises from his chair, supporting himself by grabbing the chairs that surround this large war room table. He makes his way over to your side of the room. And he goes, if you all would not mind to step out here in the open. For as long as you will be working on this quest for me, risking your lives for people that aren't necessarily yours to care for, I wish to bestow upon you a blessing. In my absence, I hope that my God can still bring security to you. So if you would not mind. And he unsheathes this massive greatsword that he has with him. And as he unsheathes,
Oh, you're not gonna cut us with that, are you?
there's this bright spark of radiant energy as it just shring comes out. And as you all stand there, the 5 of you together, begins to speak. Bahamut, Herald of Justice, I ask for your blessing of this troop of brave adventurers. They will attempt to restore order to the people of Genova in my absence. Guide these big five through their quest. May their minds be clear and their conviction just. With that, the blade sinks about half an inch into the stone beneath you. And you swear for a moment that you hear leathery wings flapping in the distance. The room around you fills with a gust of wind, shifting the map across the table and dimming the torches for but a moment. Then, light erupts from the ground around you, a flash of radiant energy surrounding each of you before dimming as quickly as it came. After setting down the blade, Ser Foucher once again looks up and speaks. Thank you, Father. Each of you, for the time that you are on this quest, get the Blessing of Bahamut, which I will post, but I'll read out loud as well. Each of you gain a bonus to your max HP, equal to twice your proficiency bonus. You also gain a +1 to your AC if at least 2 allies are within 10 feet of you. As well as once per day, when making an attack, you can deal an additional 3d6 radiant damage to the target of your choice, if you manage to hit. Get a small smite.
You were going to post it, right?
I will post it. I'll adjust the mechanics to make it a little bit more clear, but that's basically what it is. It's in general. You all receive that blessing for as long as you are on this quest.
Can I have it forever?
No. And besides that, after granting this blessing to you all, Ser Foucher turns his attention towards Angie, who's currently absent and upside down. We'll give her a moment.
Or two.
Or two. Maybe 3.
Angie's floating right now.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm in a makeshift. Yeah.
You're
No.
holding the mic.
Sure.
I don't have anything else. It's not a table.
Oh, there you go. What is it on?
A laundry basket.
Why are you here? Why aren't you literally anywhere else?
Because I can't sit anywhere else. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so bad. I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Well.
Oh crap.
By the way, you're using your webcam mic, I think.
Oh, go on.
I think so, yeah.
The fucking issues
Yeah.
of today's just everything.
It's better.
Yes, that's actually better.
Okay. Nice.
After granting you all this blessing, Ser Foucher turns his attention towards you, Angie.
Yeah.
And he goes, if I'm not mistaken, all of you were planning on traveling to Zetka after you have visited Barbadouf, yes?
Yes. At least, if I'm not mistaken, that's the plan, right?
That
Oh,
travel will, even on horseback, probably take you some time. In the meantime, Angie, there is some matters that we have to discuss. I appreciate your offer to help Zira with the infection that currently runs through me. But in my absence, you need to still be guided on the right path towards the Phoenix Heart. Or understanding it properly. If all of you do not mind, For your travels from here to Zyatka and onto the archipelago, Angie will remain here with me. She has some tasks to complete to understand her powers a little better. She will perhaps join you later, but she will not have to catch up with you because if I'm not wrong, and he kind of checks one of his his belt before Allison, who's sitting, taps something hard on the wooden table before holding it up. I've got it right here for you. Right, thank you. And he takes it from her, and he's holding this small pearl. And he gives it, I would assume, to Bree, saying, if you are located somewhat far away from each other, but still on the same plane of existence, as long as you hold on to this, we will be able to send Angie once to the location of this pearl. If you lose it,
That is useful.
we'll be sending her anywhere. We're not sure where. If you travel to another plane, it will not work. It is a little bit of a high levels of magic. It is only one way, and it is only a one-time use. So don't lose it, please. But this is the way that Angie would be able to catch up with you in your travels after we have finished our business and your training. Because I'm afraid we had not had the time before everything went wrong in Genova.
Yeah.
Are you
But
okay with that, Angie? Because this is quite sudden.
I actually wanted to talk to Serfocher about this and ask him about, well, this, but yeah, there's some stuff I haven't told you guys yet because I'm not quite proficient in what it is. I do not quite know yet.
Like Phoenix Heart and whatever. I mean, if...
To explain it simple-mindedly, when Angie was born, she was born with a gift. And I was helping her understand how to work her magics, but then everything went wrong in Genova, and we have not yet had the time to explore everything in depth. And before this sickness takes me, I wish to explain to the fullest of my capabilities what I can, and help you understand your magics a little better, and possibly how to improve it in the future. And I think the time that you are traveling, you could possibly miss her from your troop. I believe that Bree is in capable hands with the rest of you.
well, yeah, of course.
Definitely.
So, if it's actually okay with all of you guys, I hope it's okay if I do this, because it's kind of my only chance I still have to learn more about this.
I mean, it's your...
I will take him off your hands for no more than 2 weeks, maybe a little more. The time that you'll be traveling, basically.
She's an adult, she can judge for herself.
Yeah, I don't... it's her choice.
I give my blessing on only one condition.
Wait,
And that
wait.
is?
You will not meet another kobold and start loving more than...
That's a promise I dare to take. Yes.
Then I give you my blessing.
Thank you. Then I will be doing this.
For the rest of you, your horses have been fed and taken care of. And your travel to Barbadouf may start whenever you feel ready. If you wish to have food or any other supplies before you leave here that we might be able to... Well, I do not run this place. That would be a question for Allison, but she could possibly give you some things.
Can I have another one of these pretzels? They're delicious.
Surfer looks over to Allison, who's like, yeah, of course. You can go down to the kitchen where you found that one. Just grab some more. We have more than enough at the moment.
Yes! And I bolt off.
Yeah.
You
so
know, you, George just walks after.
Yeah, Zero, you make your way over to the kitchen. So you guys can get some breakfast. Do whatever you have to.
Well, anyway, Angie, good luck with whatever you need to be doing then.
Well, thank you, Utsil. I don't know if there's any way to contact me, but
George had something, right? And otherwise,
if you guys really need me, then I mean, do that if that's possible.
yeah, and otherwise we'll see you with that pearl. Who got that pearl?
Yeah. Bree.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Bree has it.
It's good to know that someone someone has it. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get some breakfast too then.
Yeah.
We will see each other again later. I'm sure.
Definitely.
You all
I'll
get
some
your
breakfast too,
breakfast. Ready your whatever you need to do in the mornings. And you set out through the big five, minus Angie, for now. And a travel to
Mine is the
Bobby.
smallest member.
Sure. Oh, I thought you said mine is the smallest member instead of. I was so confused. I was like, sure, okay. No, but mine is this. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways,
Why'd you think that?
because that's what I heard.
Why? I mean, Jesus.
Anyways,
Wait, does that mean that Zera is the biggest?
yes. I would like for one of
Sure.
you,
Oh my
one of you that
God.
is present, to roll a d12 on the random encounter table, for it will take at least 2 days to travel to Barbadoof. There might be something on the way.
Do it, George.
Number 4.
Hit it.
Alright. Please roll another d4 for me.
Number 2.
Okay. You all begin to travel. Your first day of travel goes by relatively uneventfully.
After saying our goodbyes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon
Good luck with your
fashion in the
poison.
distance, we wave.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
You, in the evening, all find yourselves to sleep. A watch is set up, of course, and watches are kept. But George,
bitch.
in your deep night slumber, at one moment, you seem to awaken. Give me a moment here.
Sorry, guys.
George, you open your eyes, and you are not in the same place as you fell asleep. You quickly
so
glance around you, and you don't see your friends. You look around more
what's
thoroughly.
stolen?
Not again.
You are inside somewhere.
Oh.
Stone walls and pillars that reach all the way up to a high roof. And it takes you a moment to realize, but you are in a forge.
A great forge.
The
big
forges
forge.
themselves, anvils, and other equipment are around you. You're standing atop a multi-leveled structure. There are banners decorating the walls and the pillars, depicting an anvil with a flame burning atop of it. It's Moradin's symbol. Besides you is, on one end, a dimly, ever so slightly burning forge. Tools, an anvil, large bucket of water, and oil to temper your steel. You are clad in your full armor, even though you did not necessarily fall asleep in it. And the room is a little quiet, except for the ever so faint crackling of the small fire. A booming voice rises itself through this room.
Hey, what's up?
George Wayland Jr., are you worthy?
No.
It seems to be waiting for a response of yours.
George just goes on his knees as he just holds his hammer. Well, that depends who's asking. But I have a slight suspicion I know. I don't know if I am.
Have
I'm so sorry.
encountered that which seeks to destroy all creation. And you came out living, barely victorious. Why did you seek to fight such darkness?
I just walk into it, I suppose. But I have a passion to create. I have a passion to find things to create. Whether it is life, whether it is inanimate, whether it is art, whether it is a weapon. I want to build something in your name for the Forge.
In a world where this darkness persists and destruction is imminent, are you willing to combat it once again through skill and strength?
The only way I know how to fight destruction is through creation. Of course I am.
If you prove yourself worthy, you will receive my aid in your quest for expertise. To do so, pick up your weapon, a tool for both creation and destruction. As you rise to your feet, hammer in hand, flames burst around you. Appearing from these flames are multiple creatures in ever so shifting stages of matter. On one end, you see a small, near-humanoid, goblin-shaped creature made of rock, magma, fire bursting out from its body. You see two creatures, one made of smoke, another made of pure magma, flying with their wings, just ever so 5-10 feet off the ground, just. But the largest of them all is a living flame, the size of a person. It seems to writhe and encircle itself in his one position. And as you realize these creatures appearing around you, you may instinctively grab your hammer a little tighter before these creatures begin to move in. That's what we're going to be picking up after the break, as the three of you who are not necessarily in this sequence will be given one of the enemies George has to face.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit! I thought we were playing ourselves.
No, you guys are not here. This is just George.
Does George
So-
get to decide who gets who?
I will be deciding that.
Oh, that's sad. It would be fun if George had to do that.
That would be cruel if one of you killed him. So, I will be granting you guys the, giving you guys the stat blocks so you can look at them, study them for a moment, and I will be building the battle map in the break. And in about 10 to 15 minutes, we'll be picking it back up with Wayland's Trial. And we're back.
Oh wait.
With Wayland's
Death.
Trial.
Oh.
The characters have been assigned. The battle map has been built and will be revealed to all of you shortly.
Can already see.
So, let's get into the...
I wanna roll some dice, bitch.
Well, hold up. I gotta... Let's make sure that we have appropriate music for this sheet.
Obviously.
So, George, as you stand there, having spoken to this omnipresent voice, which you are rightfully assuming to be Moradin himself, he's testing you to see if you are worthy. And as 4 fire-based creatures appear around you, a battle commences. And I would like for all of you to roll for initiative, please.
Hell.
Oh, I also actually roll for initiative. I'm not just... It's like you guys are playing the enemies, but I'm also still playing an enemy. Alright. Oh, shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25 to 20.
That's just you.
Okay. 20 to 15.
18.
18. Okay.
We all have one thing in all. Yeah. That's fine.
15 to 10.
11.
Oh, wait,
That's
no.
not
That's
within.
that's below
11
10, bro.
for George. Okay. 10 to 5.
8.
8.
And I'm below that one. With a 4.
With a 4. Okay.
But it's beautiful because in every bracket, one person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I tried to say. But I failed. My mouth just fucked up.
Words were just hard.
Yeah. My brain just doesn't work anymore, you know?
I feel that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yay.
Alright, with a 4, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's still a 4.
I was like, this music isn't right. I was like, that's forest music. There we go. That's much better.
It sounded like fairy music.
Yeah, because it was like foresty.
Forest
I was like,
shit.
this is not the boss music I was asking for. What the hell? Alright,
But what if we are fairy?
let's switch to the large combat map here. So, here we have George atop on a little forge that is smoldering slightly. Big bucket of water over there for you to use whenever you have to. An anvil. Everything seems to be there with somewhat of a purpose. The large, medium-sized elemental appears over there.
That's a
The
ball.
creature flapping its
ball,
wings,
yeah.
seemingly made from pure magma,
Yeah,
is back there. So that's you, Farah.
I know.
Chloe, you start over there. This small, almost goblin-looking creature made out of pure burning stone. And then the smoke-like creature, Cherry. You're over there, which you're not on the battle map because it's too far out of range. Hold up.
Yeah.
Just one
There you
more
are.
on it.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's you. So, top of the round. The medium-sized elemental will become animate and begin to move. So here we go. It's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Stop over there. Still just writhing in flame. And it will stay there for now. After that, the smoke method. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I will fly upwards a bit.
Alright.
Like-
How far? Like 5, 10.
There. And
10
I
feet,
want to
then
be
you're
like
over
at the
there.
and I want to be at the same height as George because I do fly upwards.
That's
I
possible.
will be in the air.
That's possible.
Daddy wings in the air.
Because I'm gonna be a total bitch right now.
Yeah. We have to
Ooh,
put George
we
in
like
a
that.
square there, so you'll be on that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, George is within 15 feet of me, right?
He's currently 5, then he's
Otherwise
exactly
I will...
he's exactly
Okay.
15 feet away from you. So he's
Then I
within 50 feet.
calculated everything correctly. And
Alright.
I will immediately do the thing I have one of and then I have to roll it. I will use my Cinder Breath.
Nice, Cinder Breath as a cloud of burning ash just spurts its way in your direction. What does he have to do?
He has to succeed a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, make a dexterity saving throw, George.
And if you fail, you are blinded.
18.
18.
Well, you make it.
Yeah, so the ash flies past. You close your eyes just in time. And although there is soot all the way across your face and you feel it burn on your skin, you are not blinded.
And that was my turn.
Hey, George, it is now your turn. What do you want to do?
Alright. There's this little pool, so we just sort of smack the thing as a ball of light. Actually, no, not a ball of light. A hammer. Just sort of from metal appears near this smoke method.
Hey.
As I cast Spiritual Weapon, my bonus action.
Okay, so as your bonus action, ting, the hammer appears in radiant flame. Right over there.
So, that one will first take its strike.
Mhm.
Where's the amount to help?
Smoke method. This is a 9 hit.
Nope.
Oof. The hammer appears, swings wide, and does not manage to make contact. And when it swings this time in this area, George, rather than just seeing the hammer move, you see a large gauntleted hand just kind of move with it, as if it's being directed by something, which you can normally not perceive. But it misses regardless.
Yep.
It's not doing very much, but
Well, in any case, turn around to this thing behind me.
You can see it. There's about 5 feet in between you guys.
Looking back and forth, back and forth. I wanted to make a dexterity saving throw for Sacred Flame.
Very well, dexterity saving throw on its end. That is a 16.
Yeah, that's yeah, no, it's a little above even. No, I was gonna
Right.
make it.
The radiant flame appears beneath it, but it just seems to be absorbed within the flyery form of this.
How high is
elemental
this
creature.
platform?
Hmm?
How high is the platform?
The platform is 10 feet off the ground floor.
Ooh.
Because every step is 5 feet and then another 5 feet.
Well, I would have wanted to like step down a bit.
I mean, you can still move. You still have movement.
I want to go a little closer. I would have want to go to the other level of the platform, but I don't want to like go to the stairs. So
You can go, well, you can jump 5 feet without suffering damage.
no, I'm gonna go to the corner of that platform.
Right, so you
Stay
move
close a little,
5, 10
and the
feet
other
this
side,
corner? Oh, this
closer to the elemental.
one? Oh, that one. Okay. Then it's just 5. So you step closer to
No,
it.
no, close to the hammer and the elemental in between.
Oh, okay. So 5.
I'm
10.
exactly.
There.
Yeah.
That one. Okay, we went through every corner, but we found it.
Yep.
Not every corner.
You
Thanks.
find
Yeah.
yourself pressed into that corner. Magmin, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to run up the stairs as far as I
Okay.
can.
A small flaming person begins to move. 5.
No, I'm not flaming yet.
10, sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How much movement do you have?
30. Can't I step diagonally on the stairs?
No, you have to step, whenever you get on the stairs, you have to step from that and then there.
Alright.
But 30 feet, you can get over there.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can see me light up.
Hey.
You see
So kind of like, just
dimish
begins to
flames
flame. Hey, now you're on fire.
while I'm laughing. And,
You want to use your
At
action for
George.
something?
do what?
You can dash.
No.
Dash.
Yeah, I can dash. Yeah, sure.
You dash for another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, right? 5, 10, 15, 25. No, that's not right. You were here. 5, 10, 15, 25, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, no, I got right. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Magma Mephit. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I want to go flying first.
Hey, where do you want to go?
Towards George.
Of course, you are. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Stop.
You can, like, 20 is you're flying right above there, like 5 feet.
Yeah.
I don't have another 5 feet one, so I'm gonna put you on a 10 feet one.
Because I shoot a 15-foot.
You're not
cone
within
of
15
fire.
feet right now.
Not yet. So I
You
want
need
to
to
fly
move-
until.
Let's see, you need to move 5 more feet.
Yeah, I will do that.
You move over there. You're 5 feet off the ground right now, so you're there
Mhm.
because I just don't have enough thingies.
Yeah,
But
I
you're over
will.
there.
I will shoot a 15-foot cone of fire. Or
Hey,
something.
so cone of fire begins spurting your direction. What does he have to do?
He has to make a DC, or well, he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a
Right.
13.
That makes it. But you take half damage on a success.
Right, so go ahead and roll damage, but it will be
Yeah.
halved
Twice.
twice.
Double hat.
Because I assume fire breath deals fire
Yeah.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's poison.
That's 7 halved to.
So 1.
7 half to 3 half to 1. So
1.
you take 1
Yeah.
point of fire damage, George.
Ah, shit.
Ooh, my
Are
big...
you laughing at me, bro?
Your beard begins to singe a little bit. That's the first fire that really got close. Alright. Top of the round is the turn of the elemental again. This lesser fire elemental continues to move. Moves over there. The elemental will enter your space, George. So it's in the same place as you.
Sure.
And eats you.
Yeah. Let's see. The first time it enters a creature's space on that turn, the creature takes 3 or 1d6 fire damage. So you suffer 3, half to 1 point of fire damage again, as it's now
Right.
in your space. And you at the moment, my friend, are on fire.
Right.
Meaning you are burning. Your clothes just through your armor. Your beard is resisting it pretty well, luckily.
I have a fire-resistant beard.
Fire-resistant beard, of course.
It's like curling up.
And it will then try to hit you with a touch attack. The first one is a 23 to hit,
Yeah, I guess that hits.
which is really high. I rolled an 18 for that. Let's see, you suffer 8 points, half to 4 points of fire damage. And you are on fire, but you already were. Then its second attack is a 22 to hit.
Stop rolling like that.
I rolled a 17 and an 18. That's really good.
Yeah, stop rolling that.
Sorry. It's very easy to miss you, but I'm not. You suffer 10 points, half to 5 points of fire damage. It's this thing just
Alright.
in your space, and you feel yourself being pummeled by this fire. But that's its turn. Smoke Method. Go ahead and roll a d6 first to see if your ability recharges.
That's a 5.
A 5. Sadly enough, it does not recharge. What do you want to do?
Well then, because it saw the fire attack charge with E, so it's probably convinced it can do that too. So it will fly above George.
Okay, we'll put you over here, but or actually here, we'll do this. Put that one over there. We'll put you on this one.
Yeah.
And say that you are directly above him.
Yes, because you know, if the fire can hit him, I can probably hit him too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Because it's
attack
in
him
his
with my
space,
claws.
you're not flanking or anything, so it will just be a straight roll.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I just don't roll that good, so I have a 12.
12 does not hit, I think, right?
No.
Nice. So as it tries to touch you with this like very warm smoking hand, it doesn't manage to make direct contact, but at the same time you
Well,
are on fire.
With smoking claws.
Smoking claws. There you go.
Smoky ends. Like
So-
smoky eye.
After the smoke method, George, it's your turn. All these creatures descending on you. What do you like to do? What would you like to do?
Does
You're
anything
also on
happen with the
fire.
fire?
Yeah, at the start of your turn, you suffer 1 point of fire damage. Half to 1 point of fire damage.
Very well. The hammer will go towards the
The elemental is in your space.
Yeah, can
For the sakes of that, I will say that if you miss it, you would have to roll again and possibly hit yourself.
I just move out of its space?
You can, yeah. Let me read if there's. Let's see.
I don't know if there's any. I'm assuming I'm not going out of his reach.
No, you can step. You would step if you would step away. You would go out of the smoke method's reach, though.
No, because the smoke method is not where it's standing. It's staying
right.
above.
You would switch places with where the mini is right now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because this one's over here, which means that you, though still on fire, are over there. Yeah. Out of its space, the fire continues to roar, but you are also in flame. What do you want to do?
The hammer moves to the elemental.
Okay. The hammer moves over.
She'll try to hit it. She's a 22 to hit.
Alright, so the hand, you see the same gauntlet of the hand grasping it once again and swinging at this elemental, and this time making impact with it.
As it takes 8 points of force damage.
8 points of force damage. Down. There we go. Starting to deal some damage, huh?
And it's, I suppose, time. Let's hope my con saves are not going to fail me. Spirit Guardians is going to
Okay.
be cast.
So the small hammers and such begin to fly through this space and begin to slam into each and every one of you. Just all these small hammers, which you do recognize to be dangerous, for the record. Everybody except for the Magman is currently in that range.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, after George, Magman, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You see the hammer suddenly all beginning to fly around.
I kind of do need to touch George to be
Yeah,
able
good.
to do anything.
You could try,
Or just wait.
or you could wait.
Go
I
for
hope
it.
that works.
10 turns.
Go for it.
No, 100 turns actually, because it's 10 minutes.
Oh, it's 10
Use my
minutes. Yeah,
blessing.
100 turns.
You can
Let's
also
see,
run in there and
15
hope you
feet.
survive.
Yeah, you know what?
Sure.
Fuck it.
The Magman
It is
begins
half
to
movement.
5, 10. Over here it enters into the range, so go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, Magman.
All right, it's so wise. That's a 9.
9 fails.
We only take 7 points of radiant damage.
Hey.
Haha, it's still up.
Fuck.
Alright, so you were over here, or here. So that's 5, 10, 15, or no, 5, 10, 15.
It will
then
move closer to George.
25. That's when you kind
Yeah,
of run
we'll
out of
move-
movement, because you're at half speed. You can dash to be right next to it, though, because you know what's going to happen if you die.
I just want to touch it. Can they
Get
move
fucked.
around the other way? Well, wouldn't that be faster?
Let's see. You started out here. You can go 5, 10, 10, 15. This is where you would have entered the range. So it would be 5, 10, 20, 30. You're right. You would have been over here. You're right next to it
Yes.
at the end of your turn then.
I will touch George.
Go ahead and
Attempt
attempt
to
to
hit it.
touch George. You are...
That's a 20.
That misses.
Yeah, you're not
Gosh.
flanking because George is above George. That misses, so the little fiery hand flies by. You're still being hit in the face by a bunch of different smithing tools, mainly hammers. But that missed. Alright. After the Magman's turn, Magma Mephit, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw because you start your turn in the hammers.
Boy. That's a 5.
I need
Oh,
better
that's-
rolls.
5 is a
That's a
fail.
No, that's a 2.
Oh, 2.
That's
You
even
suffer-
more fail.
Alright, you suffer 5 points of radiant damage. Go ahead and roll d6 to see if your ability recharges. 2. It does not. What do you want to do? You have a spell, you can try and punch him.
Let me see.
Can do nothing as well, it's fine.
I mean, the spell can heat up his armor, so it's up to you, whatever you want.
I mean, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to cast heat metal. On his armor.
Alright. So your armor begins to glow red hot. It is something you're concentrating on, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be.
So your armor
And-
begins to glow red hot. Let's see. It's not something that he can drop.
So he has to make a Constitution saving throw, but do I have to roll the 2d8 first?
No. Okay, because he must succeed in the Constitution saving throw if he were to drop the item, but he can't drop armor. He's wearing it. That would take 10 minutes or so to take off.
Yeah.
Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell.
Yeah,
And then
so
at
that
the
first.
until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to deal this damage again. So go ahead and roll 2d8 for damage.
That's 7.
7. Alright, George, you suffer 7 halved to 3 points of fire
3.
damage.
I had
That's
to roll
not
2
the
times,
scary
right?
part.
No, you rolled once now.
Oh,
And on
Oh,
your
no, yeah,
next
no,
turn,
that's
you
good.
can use a bonus action to do it again.
okay.
15, by the way, for my con save.
Oh, for your spell. Yeah, spell stays up. Alright. Magma Mephit, anything else you want to do? Fly out of the range of the hammers, or get closer, or anything.
Well, the only thing I can do has to be closer, so I will. But I will try and flank with the magma thingy, the elemental thingy.
Alright, you can flank with the fire thing. We'll put you on the stairs. So you stay within the hammers.
I mean, yeah, because I don't have any spells.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright, so you're on the fucking stairs there, a little higher.
I'm just hoping I won't die.
Alright. At the top of the round, it is the fire elemental once again,
Wisdom save.
who does indeed have to make a wisdom saving throw, which they're so wise, these elementals.
Death.
2.
It takes 13 points of radiant
Ooh.
damage.
13 points of radiant. That's rough.
That's the numbers I need.
That's rough, buddy.
Let's
Jinx.
see. Alright, because you're already on fire, it has no use into moving into your space again. Because you're already on fire.
Very well.
At least that's how I'll rule it, because, you know, it can't get much worse from here.
I mean, I'm on double fire at the moment.
It will make both of its touch attacks with advantage now that it's flanking with the...
We didn't need that.
Well, it's gonna do that regardless. The first one is a 12 to hit.
Yeah, see, it's already going worse.
The second is a 20 to hit.
It's a bonus.
Alright, so both just touch attacks just reach out to you, dealing no damage.
Should have done straight attacks.
Smoke method. Go ahead and roll a d6 to see if you get your ability back.
Wisdom save.
And
And a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
So with a 2, you sadly
Roll a
don't
2
get
on
it
that
back.
one as well.
so sad.
Just roll.
And an 8 for a wisdom save.
Take 13 points of radiant damage.
Oof.
That hit me right in the meow meow.
Mm-hmm. So the hammers just all slam into you. But you are still alive, I think.
Yes, I am.
Alright. After the smoke method, because you're still alive, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so, well, I see we're all trying to be a bit smart. And, you know, I'll just join the gang and go flank with the goblin.
Flank with the laughing little magmin who doesn't. We're not sure if it will survive too long. But it's there for now.
Sure hope it doesn't survive.
Go ahead
But-
and make your.
It is having
I'm
a
assuming
blast
claw
of a
attack with
time, though.
advantage.
Yeah, my claw attack with advantage.
The Batman is
Ah,
having
an
a blast.
18 to hit.
Yeah, misses.
Sad
Right.
life.
All these burning claws trying to reach out to you, George, but none of them seem to connect at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
George, at the start of your turn, you suffer 4 points of fire damage, half to 2, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? It's a 19.
Oh darn it!
He's up.
What do you want to do?
That means I get an action.
Yeah, you do.
And I think everyone's within 5 feet, so this, if anything, is a great time for Word of Radiance, guys.
Alright, everybody make a Constitution saving throw, I'm assuming.
Sure, you get, yeah.
Great at Constitution say, oh, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20!
Why are you rolling that way? Why is
Yeah, oh my god.
I might have well
Get
fucking
rid
lost
of
my
it.
fucking spell. This is not. God damn it! Why?
So the
What
radiant
have I done?
bursts out from around you, but you see that whomever is giving you this power is noticing that it's not going to plan, maybe? So all of them seem to miraculously evade this radiant damage with very high rolls with shitty modifiers. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
The hammer is
That's what I'm
still
talking
there.
about.
We'll see what happens.
The hammer is still there, that's true.
It's gonna attack.
You attacked the elemental, you said, and you
Yeah, it
had a
was a
14 to
14.
hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah.
Mm,
So the hand once again grabs the hammer and whacks this elemental.
7 radiant damage.
7 points of radiant damage. Okay. It is now not looking as well as it did in the beginning. It's looking pretty rough.
That's my turn.
Okay. After George, Magmin, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 6.
Hey, go ahead and roll for damage.
10 points of radiant damage.
You should see him laugh. The hammer hit it head. Fall over. It is dead.
Yeah,
But
so a hammer just
it's-
hits it in the head, it falls over immediately.
But it explodes or some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So make a
Easy to-
dexterity saving throw for me.
By the way, nobody else has to do this.
Oh.
Technically, it's within some people's range, but all of you are
It's
immune to
within
fire.
10 feet. 14? If it's a 14, you make it.
Nothing happens?
No,
No,
you
you
suffer
still-
half
you
as
still
much
get-
damage on a successful
Still
one.
get damage.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It's not like, you know,
Oh my
cantrips.
God.
This thing died. And you suffer 3 points of damage, half to 1. And you need to make another Constitution saving
It's
throw.
so dumb.
Fire damage.
Fucking dumb.
Like,
I'm gonna
fire
fail this
damage,
one.
even less.
Yep, there you go. There
Aye.
it's gone. Was so fucking dumb.
I did something.
I did something. So happy.
Wow. Oh,
I mean, that was
look,
everything I could
everything's
do.
George, still on fire, knocks one of the creatures down with one of its spiritual hammers. The creature hits the floor, explodes, and in that explosion, George, you back down for a moment. As you open up your eyes, the hammers are gone. Oh no.
You just
Oh,
hear in the
no.
background.
Little giggle in the background before that fades as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
After
that
the
was my
Magmin,
turn.
who is now dead. Magma Mephit. Farah, what do you want to do?
Bonus action.
Well, first of all, go ahead and roll your d6 to see if you get your thing back.
Yeah.
6. You do. But
Nice.
You can still use your bonus action
no.
to deal an additional 2d6 worth of damage.
That's 2.
2. Very well. You suffer 2 points of fire damage. That's so sad for 2d8. Damn. Or 2
Yeah.
points, half to 1. So you suffer 1 point of fire damage. But you have your fire blast again.
Yeah. Can I cast it now?
It's not a spell, it's just an ability, so yeah, you can use that action.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Alright.
I'll do that.
A wave of fire comes across, none of the other elementals are bothered, but George, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Yippee.
15.
Makes it.
Nice, so you suffer a quarter of the damage he's about to roll.
It's good that
Eh.
you're resistant to
7,
fire.
which means you suffer
That's
1
the
point
7.
of fire damage. As once again, the whole thing just burns over you. You're already on fire. Shit's fucked. It's not that much, you know, additional badness, but it's pretty bad regardless.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm the last one standing.
Hey. At the top of the round, after the magma methods, because that's all you can do, I think, unless you want to move. It is
No,
the
yeah. that's-
lesser elemental's turn. The elemental, seeing that you're still on fire, will attempt once again to try to touch you again. For a natural 20 on its first attack.
Oh my god.
Ew. Don't
And,
touch me.
Let's see, 18 on the second.
That misses.
George's like, ew. Don't
Man.
touch me.
You suffer. Ooh, natural 20 is a bitch. You suffer. A total of C plus. You suffer 17 points of fire damage, halved to 8.
Wait, 17?
Because it's a natural
That's
20.
already doubled.
That's already doubled. So it rolled a 3 plus a 4 times
Okay.
2 and then plus 3. But you suffer 8 points of fire damage. Alright. And you are on fire, but you're still on fire. Smoke method. Oh, by the way, sorry, Magmin, but you're gone.
Oh yeah, I'm hella dead.
Well, I don't get my back.
That is sad, and sadly the one who was flanking with you is also gone.
Yeah, that's
So what are you doing?
sad. It's sheer shit. Well, you know, I feel like I'm a creature made of smoke. I am not the brightest bulb there is. So, you know, I'm just gonna go be in George's space.
You can do that?
I don't know. Probably not.
So,
I'll be bummed.
creatures that can do that can actually say that normally says that they can move into another creature's space.
I don't think I can. I will just...
Fly
My
above.
my death thing is so useless then. If I can't even do it while
No,
I'm
it's a
in
5 foot
space.
radius around you, so that means that it's from your point 5 foot to your left and 5 foot to your right.
Ah, okay, then it's not useless anymore. Then I'll just, you know, still be where... No, I'll be right next to him. I'll
Right,
be
right next to him. So you move a
Right
little
next
bit.
Yes, yes.
Still flying there.
Yes, and this is gonna be... Let's see if this one hit will hit. Ah, I think an 8 will definitely hit George.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, the little smoky claw scratches off of your shield. No effect, I'm afraid, but it is there next to you, flying, doing its thing. After the smoke method, George, it's your turn. You suffer 2 points of fire damage, half to 1.
Very well.
It's your turn.
So, hammer is gonna go on the elemental.
Alright, the hammer once again gets grabbed and go ahead and make an attack.
Yeah, sure. 25 to hit.
Hits. Easy.
6 points of force damage.
Okay. Again, it's not looking well. The flames seem to flicker less bright and it's less large than it was before. As the hammer just slams through it.
But I cast Spirit Guardians.
And the hammers once again begin to fly around you as you are concentrating. You now notice, George, on your turn, that in place of where the little creature detonated is a single bar, a rather well forged bar of some type of metal, and you're not sure what type, but it's there and it just lays in that space.
Hey, I dropped loot.
Quite
yeah,
usefully.
Yeah. Hey,
That is
George,
my
that's your turn. After George, it's the Magmin's turn, who's fucking dead.
Try to me!
It's yeah, Magma Method. First of all, go ahead and roll a Wisdom saving throw because the hammers are flying around.
That's...
Oh, you take 18 points of radiant damage.
Hoo hoo hoo! Boy!
Do you
Please tell me
survive
that.
18 points of radiant damage?
No, I don't.
Okay, so as the hammers all continue to slam into the Magma Method, the thing detonates outward.
You're allowed to make a dexterity save.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
this
have
is
to.
this is where the shitty stuff comes in. Oh no, it's a 4.
Oof. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That's a 2.
2, you suffer 1 point of fire damage.
Well, the shitty part still has to come. I mean, I need to make con save.
That's true.
Come on, don't do 22.
There
Yep,
you go. The hammers continue to fly around you.
still there.
Alright. Magma Method is finished. Top of the round. The lesser fire elemental has to make a wisdom saving throw, which is a 2.
Thank God you guys are rolling 5 radiant damage.
5 radiant damage still hurts it a little bit.
No, it could
A
have been
little bit
more.
at
Should have been
least.
more.
It is not smart, so it will stay in its position. But will try to make 2 touch attacks against you as it reaches out for a 12 to hit and an 18 to hit.
But miss.
Alright, so both, no effect. Smoke Method, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom was... Yes, exactly. Nothing. Okay.
Still better than
Also
a
a
negative, though.
It's a
Also
2.
2.
It's 6 points of radiant damage.
I am still flying.
Oh shit! So you're still around. Go ahead and roll a d6 to see if you get your ability back. Hey, there you go. So if you want to, you can use it.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna use it.
Right. Hot
Use
ash
it.
once again fires out towards you, George, and you need to make.
A dexterity.
17.
That makes it.
Ain't getting my eyes.
Yeah, once again, you see it coming this time. You cover up your eyes, and the smoke burns you a little bit, but you are fine.
And I will move into a flanking position. I don't think we're gonna make it. You know. I'm dumb. I can wishful.
Alright. Funnily enough, I just realized the lesser. Oh wait, for 15-foot cone you don't have to do that. The lesser fire elemental, if it would have been caught in that, it does have dark vision and not blind vision or blind sight, so it would have had to roll, but it's not within the cone.
No, that's why I did it before I moved.
That's
until
good.
Flanking.
But George is sadly enough not blinded.
Yeah, I'm sad about that too.
And because you didn't suffer any damage, George, you don't have to roll a Constitution saving throw. That's where the smoke method's turn ends. And George, it's once again your turn. You do suffer 5
forget
points of
that I
fire
moved!
damage. Sorry, where do you want to move?
It's in a flanking position.
Okay. You'll move into a flanking position. So George, you suffer 5 points, halved to 2 points of fire damage. You need to make a con save for your spell.
Oh, that's a 14.
14, that's
Fine.
enough. Spell stays up. The hammers are still around. What do you want to do?
Well, the hammer is gonna try and strike this thing in front of me again.
Well, before that happens, George, you notice on your turn once again that in place of where the little magma creature was, the stones itself, you find this small burning flame, like an ever-burning flame, that's just there continuously.
Alright. Turn still goes as I wanted it. 26. Imagine that.
26, that hits.
For 8 points of force damage.
8 points. So you figure it would probably not be able to handle another one of those, as the hammer just slams into it.
Okay. Well.
That's your bonus
Yeah.
action.
Make con saves.
Aye,
Don't fucking roll natural 20s.
another Constitution saving throw.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, don't
I am
tell me
telling you
what
what
to
to
do.
do.
5.
Been working pretty well lately.
Fancy.
Shit. Well, the thing that rolled a 5, which is a fire elemental, takes 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay. With that, the radial flame bursts out around you. The smoke method flies up, just barely manages to dodge it. But the fire element behind you, who has been diminishing in size, disappears completely out of view and doesn't drop anything.
It doesn't explode either.
No, it does not.
Good. I'm gonna go closer to the water, and then that's my turn.
Alright. Move over there. After George, the lesser elemental is dead. Smoke method, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw first.
Well,
You take 15 points of radiant damage.
okay, that is like 5 times more than I can have.
Hey. So the smoke method scatters to the wind.
And now you're blind.
And a small cloud of ash in a 5 feet radius around it fills this space. George.
Well, George was already going for the water.
Okay, so yeah, you are on fire, so unless you go down, it probably won't matter much, but you suffer 3 points of fire damage total. 6 half to 3.
Yeah,
And
no,
it is your turn, you are on
not
fire.
going down. Yeah, let's use the water to.
Alright, so George dunks himself into the water.
Ugh.
Well, does your spell stay up? Go ahead and roll a con save real quick.
Does that matter?
Yeah, because that matters to me thematically.
No,
Eight.
it doesn't. It actually goes, drops.
So the hammers fade. And what you see in the space where the smoke method is gone, you see made out of the same smoky substance that it was made out of, one of those air compressors, like the old one, they have to like push together as air just can be continuously put out there. You notice that a lot of you notice that what they've dropped seem to be items used for creation. But as the room calms down, George, the hammer eventually dissipates, and the music will lessen in intensity. I promise.
My beard.
Your beard is a little singed. It's about half an inch shorter than it was before this fight. I know, it's the most devastating thing that happened here. But as the room calms down, these items are left around you. You don't reawaken yet. Nothing is spoken. The ever so faintly glowing light of the forge is the only thing that remains lighting this place, aside from your dark vision.
And the
ever burning flame, yeah. What do you do?
Well, I pick up everything in order, as that's also sort of the obvious walking route for everything to be like picked up.
You soak from the water, lean down, and grab this thing from the floor, and you expect a heavy bar of iron or steel. And the moment you lift it, it's very light. Surprisingly light. You haven't seen this stuff before, but you've heard about it most likely. You have a single pound of mithril in your hand. You go over to the ever-burning flame. And the moment you reach out for it, although warm, your fire resistance seems to negate any damaging effect, and you can easily just scoop it up in your hand and almost like an Avatar-style firebender, just hold it there. And the floating air compressor, you can also kind of grab. Your fingers almost move through it as if it's incorporeal, but you do manage to take it.
Are these signs? Or is this a gift?
A moment passes before the voice once again rings out through the room. You are worthy. Now show me what you can do.
Puts down his little anvil, looks around this place. The forge wasn't like warmed up yet, but he puts down, you know.
No, it's ever so the coals that are in there are still, you know, it's noticeable that they've been on fire recently. But the moment you put the little flame in it, the whole thing expands outward, and just in seconds, the smoldering coals have become this roaring fire.
Sets up the air. Takes the bar. Is there anything to put the bar in?
You have the forge. You have all necessary tools. You have all your
Yeah.
items with you. There's the anvil. You have the oil as well as the water to cool it down with.
And you will proceed to craft.
What will you craft? As a single bar of mithril is much lighter than anything else, so you can craft larger things with it than, you know, something of equal weight. For example, a dagger is 1 pound, but for mithril, you would have multiple I will check real quick how many pounds in
What
comparison
can
you
I
would have.
create?
That's what we'll take a look at for a moment. Because I'm pretty sure that you can find how heavy it is. Mithril 580. There we go. Let's see. Alright. 5e, that seems to be the good starting point. So we'll say that Mithril is... I like it to be much lighter than that. We'll say Mithril is per pound. You can create something that would otherwise cost 3 pounds. So it's a third of the weight. Or, hold up, let me check. Yeah, you can create something up to 3 pounds. However much you have left, you can use to decorate.
So, do I know the properties of Mithril? Because I know the armor properties, but because I cannot make a piece of armor out of this.
If you make a weapon out of it, it will have the light property.
All right.
Or actually, let's see. This seems to work out. No, I want to. All right, I'm gonna keep it a little bit more manageable. Mithril will be half the weight of total. So you have a pound of Mithril, you can make anything that's 2 pounds. Just because I want to keep to the lore, so I'm not going to fuck up in the future by forgetting that.
Well, I'm gonna make a warhammer.
Okay. Warhammer is
Specifically
normally
one-
2 pounds, so. No,
Specifically one that is resembling the design I already have. One that is used as both a tool and a weapon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You haven't worked with Mithril before.
No.
Regardless of that, you have read up about it. One of the great heroes of yours went out looking for Mithril. And although it hasn't come up in your studies in practice, it has come up in theory. So I will allow you to simply go ahead and roll a check, your smithing tools check. And I will give you advantage due to the location that you are in.
And obviously, I'll guide myself.
You'll guide yourself. Go for it.
So, a good old smithing check. This is just a straight check? Or...
I would say this would be a strength check, including your choice, strength or your intelligence modifier. Whether or not you want to craft this by knowing what to do the right thing, or by, forcing the metal to bend to your will, as a forge does sometimes.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. For a total
Well-
of how much? Because I'm just interested to see how high you can get that.
It's a 27.
27 is really high. No, I didn't even need the advantage. Yeah.
This is
You
a roll
crea-
to roll natural 20.
You spend hours in this forge, but to you they seem like minutes. You craft the perfect hammer, the thing that you have envisioned that you would make if you ever got your hands on a bar of mithril. And you have it there, in your hands. And as you finish it, you drench it in the water and the steam pouring out of it, just covering everything, including your face, and everything begins to blur for a moment. And as you blink, you open up your eyes once again, and you are back at the campsite.
Is
It
his
is
beard still
currently a little
an inch
quiet.
shorter?
It's a little quiet at the moment. You look around for a moment and you find your normal hammer, and for a moment everything seems to be disappointing. But you look to your left, and about a foot away from you, still faintly glowing with with the heat of an orange, the orange glow of the heat, you see the mithril hammer you crafted.
I mean, too excited. He just grabs it even though it's burning
Ah.
hot. Searing in his hand, he just
Stop.
pushes through it because he's been hurting from fire. He's not too worried about it for now.
Your hit points are restored, everything is fine.
Still, it was a mental journey, okay?
But you have seemed to have garnered the approval of the Allhammer. Which, you know how much impact that has on George. I think if anybody knows, you know.
I mean, the hammer just basically is a carbon copy of the spiritual weapon he's been summoning, which he hasn't been quite able to nail because he needed a better metal. Now I do.
And there you go.
So he's just sort of staring at that. And for the sake of this night, he's gonna get a point of exhaustion because he's not gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
He's too enthralled by this thing. We'll worry about it later, but for now he's just staring at it, taking it in, really like checking if this is mithril because he's
it's against disbelief for a moment, but it seems to have every property.
And they'll call it
silver
for now. Once that is indeed confirmed, he'll call the weapon. He'll just call it Raldruck. He's not great with names. That's a name he likes.
With that coming to an end, we still have about an hour's worth of gaming left, but Angie is no longer in the game, and at the same time, this is what I wanted to keep you around for a little bit longer. I did tell you. But,
yes.
With that, you can go, or you can turn off your camera and stick around. It's up to you.
Unfortunately, I have to go. So
So in that
I
case,
wish you all the best, and I'll see you soon.
Angie will be gone for a couple of episodes before eventually
Later.
returning with the rest of the group. So.
Doei.
Hi.
Alright, this does mess up Discord a little bit.
Oh no!
Well, one question.
Wait,
quickly.
this is just perfect on stream because where my head cuts off, like above me is Max, and he fills his own camera. It's perfect.
Let's see if I can do something about that. Hey, can you hop into Discord real quick? Just to sync up the cameras again.
One question.
Yes.
I assume this weapon is just, it's a mithril warhammer. It's just that.
It's just a mithril warhammer. It is not magical per se.
It is light.
Enchantments can still be put on it if you do so desire. But at the moment, it is just a mithril weapon. So, you guys wake up, and the following day, you continue your travel.
Oh.
Utsul
No.
He wakes even Utsul up a little earlier, obviously.
Oh.
Like an excited kid.
On Christmas
You
Day.
seem excited.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something happened. It's important.
Wait, what happened to the
Alright. Don't freak out now. Don't freak out.
Oh.
You need to stay calm. Okay. What you're about to see, I understand if you can control yourself. I barely could. And he pulls out this hammer, whatever.
That's your war, am I right?
It is mine. Isn't that great? I was given it by Moradin himself.
Wait, let me wake up for a little bit. It is different from your warhammer? How different?
He lays them
It's-
next to one another.
They look the same. The one is just made of like a near silvery color.
Ooh, that is nice.
Do you know what that is?
Wait,
I assumed you knew what that was, but of course you wouldn't. I've told
Silver?
you about it. Remember,
Well, that can be. We haven't been there yet.
we haven't. Oh, you know. It's Mithril. Bing, bing.
No. What? How did you get this? Can I touch it? Is it real? You don't
I touch
that.
it. It's not an illusion.
It's definitely real.
Grab the hammer. Just like.
It's really light. Strangely light compared to what a Warhammer is supposed to be. And for the
Toss it
purposes of
up,
this weapon, by the
catch
way,
it again.
because it is a Warhammer with the light property, which means it can be dual wielded with something else. What I'll say, because it's light, if you choose to not dual wield it with another weapon, you can it rather than becoming a D8 D10 weapon, it's a D10/D12 weapon. Because you can handle it with much more ease, though it has the same impact, used in a single hand. So if you dual wield it, it would be a D8/D10 weapon. I'll give it that additional property.
Don't forget.
So it deals D10 then for single-handed?
It's a D10 on single-handed, and if you ever wish to wield it in two hands, it deals a D12.
Very well.
Because it's easier to maneuver, you can hit the right spots better, it's lighter, but still brings the same impact, because it is still a hammer.
I grab the weapon. Oh, toss it up, catch it. It's light.
Mithril usually is used for armor and whatnot. But on occasion it is used for weapons as well.
When did you get this?
Just now, a few hours ago. I've been awake all night. Well, most of it.
It doesn't show. Obviously.
Well, I'm still excited. I'm sure it will hit sooner or later. I think it was a dream at first, but that was not a dream. It can't be a dream. I had a dream about a forge. It was not a dream, actually, I think. For me, it felt real, and, well, my creation lies before me. He holds
That's
this
amazing.
warhammer.
There must be more mithril. Why did he give you this?
He made me do a test of some sort. Yeah, it's quite hot. Burnt. He looks at the beard.
Your beard is fine, by the way. Nothing physical.
Whew. That's one thing I didn't like to keep. Thank God. Nothing more of
Your
that.
beard, I can cut it off for you.
No, do not do that. I know I'm a dwarf. Don't cut off my beard.
The singe it, maybe.
Wait.
Well, that was what happened where I was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, wait. You had a dream that wasn't a dream? And now you have shiny new weapon?
I was most likely transported to a forge of Moradin.
That's the
You know what
coolest
that is?
thing to ever happen. Tell me everything about it!
Well, I woke up in this forge and he just tells about the
George
fire
tells the
elementals.
entire story, to the smallest detail.
The longest part is the forging part, where he explains how he forged the weapon. Which, if you have a slow attention span, that gets boring probably. Which is probably-
Zira sits there like a child getting a story.
Yeah, but it still probably is a little less excited about the process. of
Bree
forging
tries
weapon.
to, but at one point just checks out.
I mean, imagine
Joe,
Bree's
I
like
tried-
writing
I
a
tried-
song about it.
Mhm.
I try to cut in and say, I know how foraging work, and you keep going on.
And then I just correct you. No, that's not how it works. You wouldn't understand.
You leave a little
Well,
later
that's
this
different.
morning than you normally would.
Around 3 hours.
But eventually you all do leave. George happy at the front of the horde with on his shiny
Well,
chariot with the
I'm glad.
hammer in
I'm
hand.
glad you got your mithril.
All
Now we
of
need
it.
to find more.
It is Utsul who you see all of what we are willing. I've crafted all of it. That is my goal. Don't you want to craft something in your life? Maybe it's not an item, maybe it's not a chariot. Maybe it's something else.
I want to craft a legacy.
Ah, hold up. Fucking internet. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Yeah.
A legacy, you say?
Yes.
That I understand.
You see, there's so much about this world that is not known. That people don't understand or don't want to understand, or that is hidden, lost to the ages. You know how much happened within 100 years. Imagine what had happened within thousands, even before the Dawn Wars. It's impossible to comprehend, but I want to find it all and document it and show people that there is more to this world than silly magic and squabbling between nations. There's history here, shared history. Maybe we could understand each other better if we know where we came from, why we're here.
Just to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
I understand your, love for the past. It's much to learn from it, but I think I'm more of a man of the future. And what is, I want to learn from the old, but I want to improve on it.
No, but exactly. To prepare for the future, you need to understand the past.
How about you, Zilla?
Yes.
You're a creator, aren't you?
Yes.
You make things.
Yes. Look, I made this robot.
And Jess.
My hands. Well, actually, I didn't actually make it, but I still did kind of make it. It's mine.
I mean, that's very impressive. Does it work?
You've seen it work.
I have, that's right. In the castle.
You see
My
what-
mind's foggy, I'm sorry.
But yes, that's. And yeah, I just like making stuff and learning stuff. I like learning. I want to know everything.
Do you have any deities you follow, Zira?
I should, but the ones I know about are also mean, and I don't like mean. I want to be nice. And I don't know who's nice. I don't know that much yet. That's why I want to know everything.
George just sort of takes this necklace. I can make a new one. The symbol of Morden.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if it's for you necessarily, but gives me comfort.
Well, if it helps you, it will help me.
It
Yeah,
should
please.
help me.
At least it will give you something to learn about.
Thank you.
And when you're alone, or afraid, you can hold it. And always a spark. Spark like I sometimes need guidance
Mm-hmm.
is shown that leads you to a better place.
And if else, it can give you the courage to hit stuff.
Or that.
I'm gonna assume it's like any necklace, and it's in the part that hangs here. It's
Well, for you,
flat,
it's a little
right?
lower than that, but
Yes, no,
It's a
but I mean that
throwback,
part
really.
is a flat part. That is the. So,
Yeah.
I do my little touchy, and then in Draconic engraving that only I can read for Angie, but she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
But for anyone who's wondering, it just says poop that George loves.
No.
Yeah, it's just one of the necklaces he was wearing. We'll just craft another one when he has time.
You'll have some. You guys continue?
Yes.
I would give fucking all of you inspiration for that scene. That was awesome. Sorry, George, you already have ones. Sadly, they don't stack. You gotta use them at one point.
I mean, I did want to use it if it would have failed for the thing, but
Sorry.
that's not gonna happen. I mean, I rolled a natural 20. I was happy
That was
with that.
fucking perfect, anyways.
That was perfect already. I
Well-
couldn't have used it for that.
The other two, you guys can both take an inspiration, which is
Yay.
just a reroll.
I'll take it.
And if you get another one, but you haven't spent your last one, then sadly enough, they don't stack.
There.
But you guys
Anyways.
continue your journeys.
Let's continue to Barbadoof. I'm sure you'll like it there, Zera.
And at one point, you guys are taking, you're moving your way through the forests. And Bree at one point kind of stops everybody with her the highest passive perception. And she goes, "Something is around here. Something is coming. Not sure if it's bad, but something's coming."
You see
I
something?
know.
Can look around.
Make a
Yeah.
perception check, both of you.
I'll guide myself with that.
Go for it.
Dun, dun, dun. Not the best.
Alright, what'd you guys get?
I got a 20.
20?
17.
17. Both of you notice that some distance ahead of you to your right, the trees are moving. Something rather big is coming your direction at a slow pace.
Should we hide?
Probably for the best. I don't wanna get involved with something that big.
Well,
Involuntarily, at least.
we've fought big things.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try to avoid it.
Alright. I would like for all of you to roll roll stealth checks with your horse's stats, because you're on your horse. Which
Sure, let
sadly,
me
because
just-
it's wearing armor, George still gives you disadvantage.
Chee.
She. A deer, I'm not sure what their dexterity is.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
not
it up
even
right
on a
now.
board.
A deer has a dexterity of +3.
Oh, that is nice.
It's a better modifier than George.
Oh, but the roll was shit.
And riding horses have a +0, so that's for Bree. And then a war horse, I'm not sure what a war horse has.
+1.
Alright.
I mean, you pay the premium price, you get the premium stats.
Of course. Did you also roll for Bree? Because you do that.
What does Bree have?
A 0. It's a +0 for a riding horse.
God damn it, that's the straight roll.
So there's 3 horses here, 3 mounts that are being mounted. So, George, what did you get?
My mount rolled a 16.
That's pretty good with disadvantage.
The other one was a natural 20.
That's sad. 0, what did you get?
An 8.
And what did Bree get?
4.
It's not great.
He's nice.
League
you guys
has
are- you
not
guys
yet
hide.
mastered the art of being stealthful.
Sure.
Never had to, so.
You guys hide,
Or
trying
thank
to
you.
scoop from a distance whatever this may be whilst not being seen. Although you are on horseback.
Please get your horse under control.
It's really difficult. Come on, chill. She's trying her best. But the trees kind of move. And then it gets a little quiet around you.
How could that be?
And as you guys are trying to like get your horses under control, you barely get so, and you kind of like look back to wherever this thing was coming from. And you guys are a bit on a hill, kind of like hiding behind a couple of bushes and trees. And you see, the moment you look back, some 60 feet away from you, there, standing about 12, 13 feet tall, this massive giant. Not a hill giant. They're not big and plumpy. They seem to be rather skinny, wearing rags tied together with bits of wood and cloth, wielding this spear-like staff, large, almost egg-shaped head. As there, standing in front of you, is some type of giant.
Whoa.
And it kind of like cocks its head around the trees that you're hiding behind and goes, "Good afternoon," in very broken common.
Hello.
Oh, I think it sees us.
Hello.
I
Good
do
afternoon.
see you.
Can you see me? I'm the smallest.
Oh, you are hard to see. But it could hear you very easily. Why are you behind this tree?
Because we didn't know if you were nice.
Yeah.
That
But if you're
depends.
talking to us, that means you're nice.
You nice? Are you nice?
Yes.
Well, we wanted to avoid any conflicts where possible. We have no
Yes, right.
problems with.
I have no problems with small people. I
But
find them
I am-
interesting.
I am really small. Like
You are
for,
really
for,
small.
for you, for them I'm really small. For you, I'm tiny. I'm like a dust speckle.
I think
You're not that small. But you're a little small. And kind of like this
No.
massive arm just reaches out towards you.
But wait.
Do you do something against it?
How is it reaching towards me?
Like it's gonna grab you.
Big fist.
Like you see like two large fingers like coming like this.
Okay, wait. And I
Mhm.
climb on the finger.
You climb on the finger, it kind of like turns its hand inward so you can stand on it. And you take up most of the hand still, but you're small.
See?
Hmm.
I'm so small.
What?
Small you are indeed.
I looked bigger because I was sitting on a deer, but actually I'm so
Please
tiny.
be careful with her. I mean,
Are you a tiny dragon?
I wish I was a tiny dragon. No, I'm a really
Hmm. Interesting. And she grabs you once again and puts you down next to the deer.
and I just carefully jump off.
Where were you going?
My
Um,
name is
yeah.
Orsha.
How do you
Nice to
spell
meet
that?
you all.
Nice to meet you, Orsha.
is it ma'am or?
She grabs the spear that she has and kind of turns it, and she begins to write in the ground. And there's some weird runes there. You spell it like that.
I just.
And yes, it is ma'am, but nobody calls me so formally. You can call me Orsha.
Orsha.
Nice
And
to
there's
meet
like
you.
there's like a 3-4 runes just written in the ground there, like really big. She
I
just kind of
think I just
like
take
that.
out my little notebook and copy the runes.
right? You copy the runes.
I'm Mutsu.
Nice to meet you.
Where were you heading?
I'm not heading anywhere. I am wandering, trying to find small people because I find them interesting. Other people
funny.
do fun things.
But that's funny, because I find big people interesting.
That is funny. I'm trying to get away from home.
I feel
My
that.
people wanted to fight. I did not want to. And
I
now
feel
I'm
that.
here.
What are they fighting?
Tiny dragons. Or big dragon men for you. In the mountains, the small giant people, or big giant people for you, asked for the help of my people in a fight. And they wanted to help, and I did not. And since then, I've been wandering this strange surface world of yours, encountering
Hey.
all matter of small creatures.
Hey, you want to know something fun?
What?
I also didn't want to fight, so I left my people.
We're so alike.
Yes.
Where are all of you heading?
To a city of small people.
Where is that?
It's around. I just point in the direction of Barbadoof.
She looks over that direction. Huh.
It's a bit away. It'll take us a little.
I've never
How-
seen a city before.
You want to go with us?
Make a persuasion check.
Ah.
Sorry,
my
Utsu, you wanted to
breast.
ask something. Chloe?
Hmm?
You wanted to ask something.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh. That's a bit sad. That's a 2.
2. She goes,
Immediately rolling no.
maybe another time.
I'm not sure if it's smart for. I mean, I don't mind you, but I don't know the people of Barbadoof and I do not speak for them. They're probably intimidated.
Probably. A lot of
They're-
small people are.
They're even smaller than us.
But we aren't. We are the big 5.
But there's only 4 of you.
Our friend Angie wants to learn some more magic, so she stayed with her tutor to learn more, and she will join us later.
You're
Yes.
all pretty small as well.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why we
really
called ourselves
small.
the Big 5. It's a
Yes.
joke. Because we're
Mm.
also
Right.
small.
Bit
That's
of.
funny.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Can I ask you a question? Maybe it's probably
Mm.
nothing to do with you.
Sure. I like talking to small people. You're interesting. And
Do
not
you-
violent. Most of the time.
Well,
Some can be.
we've met some violent small people. For
I
your,
have tons
for
of
you,
them.
compared to you, that is. You're a giant, right?
Compared to you, I certainly am. But yes, I think in the grand scheme of things, I am giantkin.
Do you know any fire giants?
I've
you ever
never
met one?
met Fire Giant, but I know of them. Mean, but wise. Or smart. Definitely strong. Normally around a lot of fire. I've been told by others of my clan, as well as people I have met here in this strange land of yours, that there are giants on the other side near an ocean, which I'd love to see one day. Maybe I'm going to the ocean.
Oh, if you.
Hey, we're gonna go to the ocean in just a few days.
It's gonna take a while, Zira.
That is
There is
funny.
more direct ways to the ocean.
We are so alike.
Yes. I have a question. What kind of giant are you?
Amongst my people, we were known as stone giants.
And hij writes that down near her name.
Ooh.
I haven't met many other giants, but I have met another giant once before, and he was angry and a little chubby. He was a hill giant.
Oh, we met one of those. Well,
Well,
not
more than
technically
one.
met. We fought one of those because he was with a bunch of people who wanted to kill everyone at the encampment we were, and we didn't think that was nice. So we tried to protect all the people, and we did.
We even fought another group of hill giants.
Yeah, they were kidnapping people.
Yes.
That's so not nice.
Hill
Yeah,
giants
like-
can be a little rash and angry easily. Maybe because they're just small, dumb giants.
I don't think stupidity has anything to do with one's temper. I have met very kind, stupid people.
I'd love to meet some
Look
kind,
so-
stupid people. You look over Bree.
You looked over at Bree.
Hey!
Oh.
That was not intentional at all.
But it is nice to meet you all, Big Five.
Well,
You seem like nice people. A
You
lot of
seem
people
like a
here
nice-
are not nice. And they
You
attack, and then they die.
You seem like a nice giant.
Thank you. I also think I'm a nice giant. Most of the time.
An ice giant?
oh,
No.
nice giant.
Nice giant, I think. But I will be moving on now. I will
Alright.
see if I can find this ocean. Might be interesting.
Do you want directions? I can just show you how to go there.
Sure.
I-
Where do I walk? And kind of just looks
uh,
around.
Take out the map. Well, there.
That's a
around
funny
there
little
somewhere?
picture.
Well, this is where we are right now. We're around here somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
which can I get them to the ocean?
Make a survival check. Utsu, you wanted to make a survival check to see if you can point them to the ocean. You rolled a 14. Yes, you can
Yes.
point Orsha to the ocean.
Well,
Or shrine.
So if you, oh, that's, alright. So if you head that way,
Mhm.
then you keep heading that way. Eventually, you'll get to the ocean.
Okay.
I'm not sure what hangs around there, but I'm sure the ocean is nice. It's
I
a lot
can
of
walk east. I'll see what I can find there. Have fun in the city, little people. And
Thank
may we
you.
meet
The
again.
ocean.
I hope so.
And they begin to walk, just stumble along and continue into an eastern direction now, which isn't. They were coming from a southwestern direction, so they're kind of like curving off to your directions. Or she was.
Well, I was curious.
No. Nice giant.
Yeah, they exist too. You know, I knew that.
I didn't expect.
Did you,
a nice
George? Bree goes sarcastically.
I liked her. I think she was very nice.
giant. She was. She was.
You
Anyway,
continue your travels.
let's go on.
Near the end of this day, you left a little late. Near the end of this day, you approach the large mountains. They begin to overtake your horizon, and when the sun begins to set, it disappears a little earlier behind the mountains, although it still stays light outside. And eventually, you see in the distance a set of walls, multiple. You see an overhang with massive stone pillars built into this city below. What you basically see is kind of like Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings. You see multiple layers, but there's an overhang of the mountain that isn't carved away, that is simply hanging above it by these heavy stone pillars. And from this distance, you see a bunch of smoke rising from it. Like it seems to be a small, near industrial site.
That's a safety hazard.
I think I found the place I'm gonna call home.
Because it's a safety hazard.
We're not gonna stay here for long. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It does.
But in the distance, you see Barbadoof. Oh.
Ah, fuck.
Oh.
And it is large. It is much bigger than Illinois. It is much bigger than any of the smaller towns you've seen in Genova, even the largest ones you've been through. From the outside, this place seems to eye about a third of the size of Coopermunda, which is fucking massive.
Alright.
Would you guys eventually approach? Is there anything you want to do upon your approach?
No.
No, just
Kira is definitely just taking the lead now because she's so fascinated.
Alright, very well.
local.
You begin taking the lead, and you guys begin to approach. At one point, you get to the outer wall, and there's 3 gates. You get to the western gate first, and there, guarding the place, you see a small group of gnomes. They are also indeed small. They seem to be wearing green tunics with yellow edging over a chain shirt. They are all wielding this shield that is shaped like a gear, which to many of you is a very foreign concept. It's just an odd shape for a shield.
Would you do that?
And they also have these. They currently at the belt. Many of them have this small pickaxe-like war pick. There's about 4 of them at this gate. And as you guys approach, one of them kind of steps in the middle and holds up his hand. Okay. Calm down here, you. Okay. Here you go. Let's see. Another couple of dwarves. Good evening to you all.
Hello!
The moment Zira speaks up, all the guards like immediately like reach for their weapons. Like all of them seem to be on high alert.
Alright,
The
that's
one
just
standing there is like,
Relax. If that's what you're afraid of, you have bigger problems.
you all bring kobolds to this city. This is not the way that we run here, okay? We don't
It's
want
just
any
a
more of
kobold.
them of those kobolds
Just
wreaking
a
havoc. Where you from, you little one?
I'm from the jungle.
Where's that?
It's from
That way.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
It doesn't matter where she is from. She belongs with us, and she's coming in with
18.
us.
The moment you say that, he goes, okay. Haven't seen a green one before. Just a little wary.
She's with us and she is almost harmless.
Alright. Well, you're all from Coppermoon, I'm assuming, that you come to stick around here for a while.
For a couple of days, we need some supplies. Then we're heading south.
Yes.
Oh, no refugees here. Interesting.
We're not refugees. Have you looked at me? I mean, I get him. But I'm not a refugee, no.
Well,
Traveler.
no offense, but many of you folk come over here to, seek for a place that they can stay and actually, live.
Well, looking
That's
at
good
this
to hear.
place, I want to stay.
In that case, he kind of like snaps his fingers, and one of the other gnomes comes running up with a clipboard, and he goes, for entrance into the city and free roam of most districts. We need your names, please.
George Wayland Jr.
Okay, George, right? And he begins to write down George Wayland Jr.
Why
And
do you
you?
need our names?
Because we're going to have to keep track of who enters and exits the city, because we try to like keep a clear profile here.
It's okay, stop acting like a criminal and just give them your name.
Thank you.
I'm just curious. Yeah. It's a long fella.
Utsil Longfellow. Green one?
Sorry, I have the worst idea ever and I just look at George. I'm Zira Wayland.
Make a deception check.
No, I wholeheartedly believe it though. That's a 12.
12. Alright. Odd, but sure. And you? And then Bree just goes, Brianna Goodbarrow. Write that down. Alright. He grabs the clipboard from the other one as he finishes writing, and he like takes off these few strips of parchment, and he hands them to all of you, and they seem to be like temporary passports almost. And he kind of hands them all to each of you. Good to have you in this city. Please don't cause any trouble, and well, enjoy Barbadoof. And he like, as you kind of pass up, by the way, he points out 3 large, like massive buildings with high roofs, very long windows. There seem to be a large fire coming from one side. Most of them look kind of similar. You can go to that one, or that one if you want to get wasted tonight. Good luck. And he just like sends you through.
Don't lose these.
That's kind of weird.
Junior?
I get it, but-
You know what that means?
Yeah.
Do you have any clue of what that...
No.
You put Junior in the answer of a name when you're like... When you know, I'm named after my father. So it's Junior. I'm Junior. He's Senior, I'm Junior. No one is named Zira in my family. And you're not a Wayland by necessity. I don't mind you using the name. It's just you're lying to people. That's bad. You shouldn't be lying to people.
Well, I don't have a last name, okay?
Alright, but don't use the Junior thing. That's not accurate.
Okay.
Because you said you wanted to only spend a short amount of time in Barbadoof, we'll keep this brief for now.
Then I have to tie a rope around Zira because she wants to stay.
I have yet to finish the entirety layout of the city, but you'll have to stay for at least a night here because you're arriving late, thanks to George. Which means you can stay at any of the 3 largest inns, which is the ones they pointed to. All of them will run you... Let's check the expenses real quick. All of them seem to be at least modest lifestyle, so it will cost you 5 gold total for all of you to stay for a single night, which shouldn't be too bad.
For single night?
Let's see, lifestyle expenses.
For a single night. But...
Yeah. It is 5 gold for the lot of you.
I imagine there's a lot of tourism. That's fucking expensive as shit.
Well, you'll figure out that most of it's expensive. Are you spending that, or are you sleeping out in the streets? Or somewhere else?
I
No.
spent that.
I'm not gonna sleep out on the street. And then
Do you all spend it, or does it come from party funds? Shit.
I wouldn't mind sleeping out in the streets, but...
Alright, sorry, I dropped away for a second for you guys, I think.
There we go.
Did you guys...
Do you all spend it, or do it from...
Yeah,
funds?
like, Utsil doesn't mind sleeping out in the street, but do you guys want to do party funds, or... Or actually, there's 4 of you only, so it's only 4 gold, not 5. My mistake.
Oh, it's 1 gold each.
Oh, 1 gold per
It's
person.
1 gold each.
Oh, I thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
5 gold.
That's a big
I said
difference.
for the lot of you, for all of you.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll do party funds.
The
Why not?
Yeah.
So you guys spent 4 gold. You guys can stay there for the night.
How about horses?
Included.
Great.
And
Expensive
Nearly
anymore.
like there like ales included. When you go in to one of these taverns, they have sleeping quarters, sure. They're below ground. When you enter, it is a 4-story building. Just fucking tavern. There are different drinks on each level. You have wines, you have ales, you have like strong liquor. There's just everything. There's a bunch of food. And all of these gnomes and dwarves that live here party the fuck out of their evening right now. So the general vibe of this town is very festive and happy, which is very strange compared to most of the rest of Newfoundland at the moment.
I am just glad that I walk to a bar and it's my height, basically.
Yeah. Most of you are alright here. Like, dwarves and... Angie would have had a problem here, but she's luckily not here. You guys don't have to bend or anything, but Zira, you're a little shorter in the shorter end still, because you are so short, but everything seems to be more of a normal size to you.
So little small in it.
This is perfect.
I think it's made on our size, I guess.
If you do want to stay here for the night, and I am sure you guys will return to Barbadoof at one point. But you guys said you wanted to continue.
We have to return now because otherwise Zera will throw a fit.
Yeah. There's a few things that you notice whilst staying in the city the following day. So actually, I'm gonna update the agenda sheet because that's when you guys leave. That's when you arrive, and that's the day. So it's currently the 27th. There is multiple levels to this city, as I said before. The highest level seem to have guards in fully plated armor and with purple tabards that have silver lining. You're not allowed there to go at all right now. Aside from that, there are a few points of interest that I'm going to point out to you. There are, of course, a couple of stores, and I will name them. You have Steel Hands, Servants and Security. You have the Chronicle Potion Store. You have Marble Weapons and Marble Armor, or Marble Bell Weapons and Marble Bell Armor, Marble Bell, as well as the Wiggle Cage Workshop, which seems to be a tinkering workshop. Just to explain what they are, Steel Hand Servants and Security. You can buy golems there. At the potion store, you can buy various types of potions, including mana potions. You can buy mana potions, healing potions, as well as any of the common or uncommon potions that you can find on D&D Beyond within the magic items. Or most of them, at least. The mechanical weapons has a list of different wacky weapons that you might be interested in. And you have mechanical armor, which have armors that have some type of enhancements to it. And you have the Wiggle Case Workshop, which sells things such as self-loading crossbow, pocket watch, microscopes, telescopes, spy glasses, tinkering glasses, compasses, smoke bombs, and grappling guns, stuff like that. Oh, and then you have glitter gold gems and metals, which seems to be a jeweler.
I'll go there.
Right.
Actually.
Sure.
There's no magic shop, by the way.
It's not, no. Though, you do figure if you visit some of these, all of them are in various ways magically enhanced. Because all of these shops roll with using this glowing blue rock that seems to be magical in nature, and it seems to power everything. This city, for the record, is not like any of the other cities. There are rails like with minecarts that fucking go through everywhere in the city. They seem to be powered by these blue crystals, and they just ride on their own. They transport goods as well as people. In the same way, whenever you get to another level, you don't walk upstairs. There's a little elevator that goes up. Like this whole city has been magically enhanced through the power of these arcane rocks. There's no magic item store, but there are items you can buy that are magic, in a certain sense. But the moment you walk into Glitter Gold Gems and Metals, you are greeted by this end 2nd century old gnome who kind of like pushes these multi-layered glasses off his eyes and kind of looks at you and he goes, "Oh, hey there! Good morning. How can I be of service?"
You have very curious things lying around.
Well, thank you. We're working with the best of metals here, the best of gems.
What
If
kind of
anything
metal?
if there's anything that you need, I'll probably have it or know where to get it.
What kind of metals do you have?
We work in steels and coppers and brasses. Got a bit of gold and platinum, of course, that we have to use that they use in various types of jewelry that most people request. It depends. Are you looking for something specific?
No. I mean, you wouldn't have it.
Well, hold up there, buddy. I'm pretty sure that I am more than capable. You know, Glitter Gold Gems and Metals has all that you require or can get it. Probably.
Does Mithril sound familiar?
That it does. It's a yeah. It's a. I've heard of it before. I don't.
You've just heard of it.
I've heard of it. Somebody came through about 30 years back. He sold a couple of it, but it was pretty quickly gone because people want to have it. He said he came from far down south, and he said this is the only thing I have, and he wanted to build up a life here, but the metal itself wasn't going to do anything for him.
You know who it was?
Sure. Yeah, I do. I have it written down somewhere. Why?
I'm just curious. I mean,
Sure, let me check. I gotta keep track of all my sales with these tax laws. Anything else I can do you for? I have this, by the way, and he points out a ring that he's wearing, which has the same blue glowing rock on it. And this metal seemed to be, you know what an opal looks like? It's this, it's this multicolored spectrum, almost like chrome without the silver. There's just rainbow colors on it. It's made in the metal. He goes, this is pretty rare as well. Don't have a lot of it. This is actually the only thing I have. This is barite. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. That's pretty rare. Most dwarves have at least, thought of it.
you've only a ring of it? But that's yours, I imagine.
Yeah.
You wear it.
It's family heirloom. And it's not a lot, but I know where to get it. At least people have told me where it is.
What does the ring do? Is it just a ring?
Oh, it's just a ring and it helps me tinker. Whenever I need to test out whether or not I want to, tinker something that needs a little bit of power, I can just tap it and see if this thing converses those power, yes or no. But tinkering is more of a side hobby of mine rather than my actual profession.
That stone, the blue rock. I see it all around. What is it? What does it do?
You're gonna have to give me a second here because I wrote it down somewhere.
It explodes.
No, these are Arcanum gemstones. I know, very original. They simply power anything that needs lasting magical energy without actually having to put any type of enchantment or runes on anything like that. So, it kind of just replaces most of that. We once made an entire army that were powered on these things, but we lost them.
Would it work on weapons? In theory?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Marble's workshop uses it.
How much of worth would you need to craft something with it? Or to enhance something with it?
It depends on what you're trying to do with it. There's a bunch of difficult, like most of the time it just makes gears turn and stuff like that. I haven't had a whole lot of people do that before.
Well, you said replace runes.
It can, in ways, sometimes.
Could it be mixed with?
Probably.
Where do you even get this?
Yeah, what do you
Oh,
get?
I sell it. If you want these
Ooh,
rocks,
how
you
much
gotta
do you
buy some in
have?
the back. Depends on the size you want. Which means
good,
depending
seasonable
on
amount.
the depending on the magical item you want to craft with it, it has a specific cost.
Well, you did tell me the cost of what I wanted once, but I'm not sure if.
Because what did you want to do?
For the hammer,
Right.
though I want to try both hammers, as this is something we're just not comfortable with necessarily. So he wants to buy a simple enhancement for the warhammer.
Alright. You would say like uncommon level worth of
+1, literally just that
Okay.
for this stuff.
a
He
plus
wants
one.
3.
This stone would be able to do. It would be part of the crafting an item, which means adding this rock would make it an uncommon item. God, where's the downtime stuff? Somewhere. Oh wait, it's over here. Of course it is. Page 32. There we go. Magic items base price uncommon is 400 gold. Because this basically does the enchantment for you. A rock for uncommon size costs 400 gold. And then, you can
What
either
kind of thing-
have it be applied or somebody else needs to apply it for you.
So what can you do? Please, other than enhance it. What properties could you give it?
You can give it a whole
Anything you want?
variety of magical properties as long as you manage to. Most casters, people that can know magic, kind of figure out most of the time. I don't deal magical items too much, but well, for example, on weapons, it can make things easier to hit, add a little bit of damage sometimes. It can overcome certain types of resistances that some type of monsters sometimes have. And anything that basically it can do anything uncommon. Or, up to legendary, but if you legendary, you need a massive amount of rocks. These replace any components you would need to make a magical item, basically.
Well,
For armor?
that is super curious. I want to work with it. I'll buy one for 400, and if you have one for 500.
Sure. Making it 500 doesn't change much. I don't know if you feel
Well,
with the reason.
it's the smithing bonus on top of it. I'm not sure if you wanna.
Oh, you're doing that.
Well, I want to try and merge it with like the rune craft
Right.
because
I'll say for rocks worth this is enough. I'll have to figure it out a little further in the future, but rocks worth this would be enough.
so it would just be the 400 and the 800 then.
No, it would be the 500 additional because the 400 would be just the
Okay.
+1 enchantment, I think. I might shumble with that a little bit later if I figure out exactly. We might subtract some of those costs for you specifically. Yeah, that's
900
what it
gold
does.
for now.
He says, I do know a guy, by the way, if you're willing to look him up. It's Dorban. He lives in the southern district near the southern gate. Probably should ask around some there, probably inside of one of the taverns. I heard that he picked up a mining job. Said he came from far down south, and Mithra was the only thing he was having on him. Aside from that, if you were interested into where this stuff comes from, Dwarf should probably know it. Apparently, most of this Barite stuff comes from Homun. It's very old. As well as,
That must be very
I heard this other strange metal. A little dark, shines different colors whenever you put it in either magical or non-magical light. it has some innate magical. I'm not sure if it's magical property. It's a little weird stuff. I heard it's called adamantine. There's only one place that I know it is at, which is a city on the opposite side of the Wildlands. Not too nice a place, but you know, if you really want us to get some of that rare stuff, I can see what I can do for you.
I do have a crystal that works a little weird.
You do? What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I got a small crystal. Reflect shadow instead of light.
Which crystal is this?
This.
Where'd you get
I
it?
have a trinket.
Oh, that's your trinket. Yes.
Yeah.
Curious.
Plastic.
Haven't seen that before. You want to sell it?
I know it. I found it on an expedition some time ago. I don't really want to sell it.
And you don't want to sell
I
it?
wondered if you know anything about it.
I haven't seen this before. It's a little weird. Normally, gems reflect light, not darkness.
No, exactly.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, no, I was wondering if you know anything about it. Otherwise,
I'm afraid I don't. I haven't seen it before.
Well, do you know anyone who knows how to work with this stuff? Do you know it?
I mean, I don't normally forge it into anything. If you really want to know how to forge it into weapons or armor, you're going to want to talk to the Marble Bells.
I'll go there.
Alright. Good luck.
Thank you. Zira.
Zira
Good
didn't
going.
come with you guys.
Zira?
oh,
Is this fucking lost?
No, Zira is very much using her one skill, adept linguist, and study all the interactions she's seeing outside to learn the little bit of Gnomish.
Okay, how does this is your background, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
No, that's in
Which means, can you read it out for me so I can know exactly how it works?
Okay, yes.
It's a kobold
You
thing.
can easily communicate with humanoids who doesn't speak any of the languages which you know, which is Gnomish. You must need to observe all the humanoids those are interacting with one another almost one day, so doing right now, after which you have learned a handful of important words, expressions and gestures. It's enough to communicate on a mental...
Eh? In that case, if you spend 2 days here, I would say you can either choose to do it for Dwarvish or for Gnomish.
Yeah, I'm doing it for Gnomish.
Right? You learn a handful of
so you just outside
names
the
for Gnome.
store?
I'm just walking outside the city, just observing every interaction I can see.
Yeah. You do get questioned
so you are not-
quite a few times as a kobold wandering alone, but whenever you wave the little passport thing, you're left alone.
Where the fuck did she go?
I'm sure she's fine. She is.
Internally, he is screaming.
Did you see her did you see her? Did you see her look at the city? If we don't find it, it's probably...
With rooms, she knows where the rooms are. She'll find the rooms. Maybe she's at the rooms. She,
Do you need to go somewhere else?
well, we just been told, and so we're gonna go there.
Right? You guys go to the Marble Bells, which are these two. There's two large workshops, like massive warehouses, that mirror each other on one side of the road and the opposite side of one of the gates in the second layer. One of them says Marble Bells Weaponry and Marble Bells Armory.
Weaponry, I suppose.
If you go into weaponry, let's see, mechanical weapons,
Chemical weapons.
mechanical weapons. The moment you walk in, there's a storefront and then there's a massive workshop behind it. And it takes a while for somebody to show up after you hit the bell. There's a very strange set of items here. You have a chain blade, which is a blade that can extend. You have a drill spear, which actually like all of them have these little stones embedded for them to work. The drill spear seems to be able to like twist its head. You have a stun baton, a harpoon crossbow, a bearded battle axe that seems to be somehow spring-loaded with this heavy hook on the end. A thing called a rocket hammer, which has these pipes coming out of the back, which gemstones have been jammed into the front of it. You have a numbing whip, which is the same thing but has a little rock at the end of the whip, and a massive tower shield that seems to have the gemstones in the inside of it, and on the opposite side there are panels that can extend, that can push someone back. Aside from that, Utsul, you would probably notice that one of the prized builds that it has are the Marble Bell gauntlets, which are massive stone gauntlets that you shove your hands into, and then they have like an extended part of it. These gauntlets can be launched for a reach of 20 feet, which means you can attack at that distance, you can push somebody that distance, you can grapple someone at that distance, or you can deal an additional bit of damage. Whenever you do fire one of them though, it takes a bonus action to reset.
Alright. That does look cool.
And you have an arrow catching shield, which is just, which is an item that you can force a creature that makes a ranged attack to focus you instead of somebody nearby, as long as you're within a range. It's a magic item that exists already.
What are these shields?
Well, as I said, the arrow catching shield's an actual item that you can look up. So you get a +2 bonus to your AC, which is the normal shield's bonus. Or you get a +2 to AC on ranged attacks. So whenever somebody makes an attack with an arrow, or whatever, against you, you can add a +2 to your standard AC. Let's see, you get that atop the normal +2 bonus. In addition, whenever an attacker makes a ranged attack against a target within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to become the target instead, which can, possibly result into miss because your AC is higher.
Yeah, but that's just a regular shield, but you can use your reaction, right?
No, the thing's definitely magical. It requires attunement. Like here, I'll send it in the items chat if you're interested.
The tower shield?
The tower shield I haven't figured out completely yet, because Barbadu's a bit of a bitch, but I can read it to you. It's a pushing shield. Tower shield that gives a +3 to your AC total, but brings your movement down by 10 feet. As an action, you can push a creature 20 feet away from you. Each size category that it's larger than you, it moves 5 feet less. So you could push a gargantuan creature, but a gargantuan creature you can only push 5 feet rather than 20. A medium creature you can just launch 20 feet. If you succeed on the if it fails the saving throw, because it has to make a DC 13 saving throw or become knocked prone as well. If it hits another creature or an object or structure that is affixed, it suffers a D6 bludgeoning damage for every 5 feet that it moved. If it does hit something, it stops.
That's funny, but it's just funny. This place looks like a war crime about to happen, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I'll send you guys the list of stuff that
Look at
might
those
be
gauntlets though, they're
of interest.
massive.
Mainly looking for a person.
Yeah.
I kind of
Imagine
know how expensive
the
gauntlets
gauntlets.
are.
I imagine.
Hold up, let me. There you go. Alright. If you do look for a person, eventually somebody comes to the counter. Kind of small, and she steps on a small, like a small trappetje, a little staircase, in front of the the counter, and her head kind of peeks over, and she goes, "Hi. How can I help you?"
Ooh, you lays down stones, then his warhammers.
Hi, my name's Trace Marblebell. Good to meet you. What do you want?
That is-
George
that is
Schwillen
George.
Jr.
Good to meet
Yeah,
you, George.
I'm-
So,
Utsil.
yeah,
Nice. How can I help you?
I want to do it myself. But you understand, I am but a dwarf, and you are probably very good at these stones and how to use them properly.
Right.
I want to imbue both these hammers. I want to try it out first on this one because I'm unsure with the material. And if I am sure about it, I want to use it on this one as well.
Okay. What do you want to happen? Because I can do a
I kind of-
whole bunch of things.
Well, I kind of want your help, your advice on how to do it.
Right.
How long
Well,
does it take, and what is the
inf-
process? Can I mix it with runes? Is that okay? Does it?
Infusing an
You want-
item with a stone takes a while, depending on how difficult the enchantment is. For every enchantment for a stone about this size that you're asking for, probably about a week to get it right. So for two stones would take 2 weeks to get it right.
Yes.
Most things are doable depending on how crazy you want to get with it.
Not too good.
If you're simply asking for the use of my workshop and maybe a bit of help, I'll charge you like a daily fee for it.
I don't
I have
think
space in the back.
we don't have time for that, do we?
I mean, technically, but we can make exceptions. So we need to talk with the rest.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do that. Maybe a workshop. You know, a day of
Learning?
yes.
It's probably going to take a while for you to really understand how to craft these, but I can see what I can do.
I'm pretty good at crafting.
That'll help.
What? He looks at it. So this is. I've never used this.
I'm sure you'll be fine. It's just.
I want to
luck.
use them with runes. They look so fancy. Imagine if it glows this way. That would be so cool. I want to use them with runes, preferably.
Sure.
Mix the both of them.
Shouldn't really be a problem, depending on how crazy you want to get. But if you want to have a workshop, you should probably talk to your friends about it, but it's possible.
We'll talk about it. What would a day cost of a workshop?
Hold up, let me check. Training. It's a bunch of downtime stuff. Because there's a cost to that. To learn stuff with a master. Okay, hold up. I noticed that the music died. Oh, that's not right.
Yep.
Music sheet. Town. I hope you guys don't mind that we're continuing a little longer than normal.
I mean, after that, I'm pretty much done.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm not.
Crafting item
You know, if you want
corrosing,
to learn information, you can ask me.
training 134.
Yeah, I'm just
I don't know.
getting my head start now.
130.
Fair.
1, 2.
Because I have the skill, I want to use it at least.
Training.
Fair, yeah.
wages.
And this is honestly the perfect opportunity.
Let's see. Receiving training in the language or tool, which I'll include this one in, takes at least 10 work weeks, but this time is reduced by the number of work weeks equal to your intelligence modifier. Training costs 25 gold pieces per work week. Meaning, you would get proficiency in crafting with Arcanum, the Arcanum gemstone. which means that you can replace this with in the future. Once you're trained with it, you can use smaller gemstones that are cheaper to get effects that are similar in power level, as well as being able to do it on your own. It would cost you, let's see, George, you need 45 days, which is because your intelligence modifier is +1, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you would need 9 work weeks to fully get the proficiency.
Really?
And a week costs 25 days. Yeah, that's what it takes to get a proficiency, guys.
The same with when you have a master helping you.
Yeah, if you're having a master help you, 1 day costs 1 day. If you're doing it on your own, which you can do, but you only get every day that you train, you only get 1/4 of the day. So it takes 4 times as long on your own. Which this is what Zira has to do to learn Mercedian, which is the dead language. Because she doesn't have a master.
Well, I am at one. I still have 108 days left.
So really picking up this, you can start, and you can knock off 1 day of the 45 days that you need to do. But it's a bigger downtime.
It's funny that has more intelligence than
I have the most
That's what I was-
intelligence.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can also have it be done by a master, and then it takes 2 weeks. A week for every.
Yeah, but I
Enchantment.
understand George wants to learn how to do it.
No, that's fine, but then you need more downtime. 1 point.
Well, since
Well, and
there
it-
will be a goal to invest in real estate in this town, we'll get back. I know that for a
Yeah.
fact.
Hey, Joe. You can get started now, and we can come back. I think Sarah wants to come back here anyway.
I suppose. Maybe I should just keep to. Maybe I should just carve runes in one and then use the stones for maybe enhancing it. I don't know. Maybe something else. I definitely want that workshop.
How much were the gauntlets, by the way?
The gauntlets. Let me check. Again, I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I did the best I could. The marble belt gauntlets, for the record, you stick your hands in this and then you use them, so you wouldn't be able to wield anything else or even switch. You can switch as a bonus action still, but you wouldn't be able to use your axe anymore. The marble belt gauntlets. Let's see, they have those abilities, mostly ranged, a little bit extra damage. You have a lot of options though, so that's like a rare.
If you need more time, that's fine too. Just
Well, let me check.
One.
I'm just
million.
checking sane magic items to kind of reference the how powerful it is. Let's see.
although if you don't know yet, you can.
Yeah, if you're looking at a, let's see, is that correct?
2 gold. Take it or leave it.
That's no, it's worse than that.
1 gold.
Let's see. A rare magic item, for example, a +2 weapon. That's what I'm basing this off right now. Costs 4,000 gold. So that's what these would be as well. They wouldn't be attunement though.
Beep 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 beep. Beep beep.
4,000.
Yeah.
But I don't. Okay. Ah, nice.
They're pretty powerful.
They'll look cool.
Let's see. Because they're just, let's see, hold up, let me read it again. Gauntlets to deal 1d6 bludgeoning damage to repair. Okay, no, hold on, that's not right. Nah, their power level's not equal to a +2 weapon. Maybe +1. Yeah, no, okay, for these weapons, because they are considered magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance. But it takes a bonus action to reset. It doesn't deal any additional damage per se, apart from the simple 24. So they're like kind of enhanced normal weapons. I'll say 1,000 gold. Seems more reasonable than 4k. I find that a bit much.
You seem insecure about the price. I can come back later and...
I mean, I kind
If
of
you know
overestimate my
better.
work sometimes, you know.
Oh, it looks cool, so I get it. I get it.
I mean, if you want them, you can take them off the
Um,
shelf right there and they're yours. But 1,000 gold.
Take it before he changes his mind.
Take it before I finish the item.
It's a good prize, I think.
Thanks.
Yeah. It just allows you,
You know
to do
what?
stuff in range.
I'll take it.
Alright.
I'll take it.
So you put down 1,000 gold, and you get the marble bell gauntlets. I'll finish them,
Yeah.
so you have an idea
1,000 gold.
of a
I
metro,
can also
what you
put
can
down
actually
some
do with
of
them. Mostly they're just good for, you know, ranged attacking with your gauntlets. And they're non-attunement and magical, so there you go.
The non-attunement is really nice.
Means I can get my magical property from the X back.
You good? These are not +1s though.
No more +9s.
Mm-hmm.
Sad. Just +8s.
But for the sake of brevity, is there anything anybody else wishes to do whilst they're in Barbadoof? Buy something, you know, healing potions go at a set price, mana potions go at a set price. I have set prices for any of the golems if you want to get them, or any of the other various potions, like potions of climbing, watchful rest, bottled breath, filter of love.
Kinda depends on if we're just this 1 day or
Stone
2
giant
days
strength.
here.
I think you're staying here for this 1 day, right?
We hadn't decided how long, but not too long, so 1 or 2 days.
Because if we're staying that second day, I have a plan for the second day.
Well, we'll decide that the next time. Is there anything anybody knows they want to get right now? And that, otherwise,
I want to get
we'll wait for next week.
tools.
Tools? What do you want to get?
Yeah, I want to get cartography tools and navigator's tools, so you can have your tool thing back.
Yeah, at
Direct.
the Wiggle Case workshop, you can easily acquire those types of tools.
Yeah, I can't do anything this day. Anymore, because I spent the whole day.
No, that's fine. But, I wanted to get the
some
need for
tools.
the...
Your mic is cracking, by the way, again. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
something you noticed.
Oh, wait. That's true.
Alright, cartographer's tools are 15 gold. So
15?
Yeah, 15 gold.
Okay.
And you
double
wanted to have
15,
navigator's
50.
tools? Navigator's tools are 25.
I want to get both of them.
Right? So 15 and 25 respectively.
So that's 40 gold.
The only thing I would want to do today is is in the evening.
Alright, what would you want to do?
I want to make a friend.
A gnomish friend?
Yes.
We'll see how that goes in the next episode then. So, in that case, that's where we'll be ending tonight's episode. Thank you guys for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch if you stuck out through all of this, or if you watch it later on YouTube, which might be the better option.
This time I agree.
Yeah. As said before, Angie will be will not be in this game for 4 weeks. One of the weeks, the 11th of September, we're not streaming anyways, so she'll be missing 3 sessions from now. After that, she will rejoin the party. Aside from that, her solo adventures will also be streamed, just at various times that we cannot set right now. But she'll be back. We'll pick it up next week in Barbadoof with only the 3 of you, because Sky is gone for another week. So start thinking of what you would want to do in Barbadoof. I'll finish the city and all the items and everything. I'll finish the items you guys got as well, and send you guys the card so everything is done and finished, and then we can continue with this journey. So, with that, as I said, thank you guys for coming out to play, thank you guys for coming out to watch, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
See you.